Welcome to the SpeakEasy Conversation. 66 of these we've done, Doug.
66. Who knew?
Mario Lemieux. Remember him? Doug?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good old Pittsburgh Penguins.
Old school hockey reference.
Mhm.
Doug, how are you doing? There was reports of you maybe not feeling so great.
Yeah, I'm dealing with a ear infection that I've had basically for like 2.5 weeks. So basically, my right ear, I can't hear anything out of right now, which is my good ear. So Jesus heck. So I'm working on a bunch of meds trying to knock this out. Apparently, I have an inner and an outer ear infection, so that's not great. Basically, that doesn't mean like the outside of my ear is infected; it just means the outer canal is, and not the inner canal of my eardrum. So, but I'm here. I feel fine. I don't have any pain. It's just I can't hear.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, it sounds like the ear infection from hell, to be honest with you. But
It's not been great.
right. I mean, you could categorize it however you want, but what I'm hearing is not great. But what I'm hearing, what you're gonna drink, might be great,
Yeah.
or there's something. Actually, the segue is better for my beer. Actually, Doug.
Oh, do it.
Because this beer might be great, actually, and give it a little. Listen, don't take the initial thing of it bad. It is called All American Lager, Doug.
Oh,
All kinds of flags and
very
from a
patriotic.
veteran-owned brewery, Doug.
Oh, okay.
Could be some red flags here, right? This is from Sunshine Brewing Company, which I brewed a beer with this morning. Claps. I need these clap things quicker, Doug. They're always like hidden and like they're all the way down here. And then I gotta look, and then I just always miss the. So y'all waited, so it worked. But anyway, Doug, this is a light lager from Sunshine Brewing Company, which is very progressive as far as the way they present themselves as a brewery and the way they handle themselves as far as giving away money and being great as far as making their own food pantry and supplying all that with the whole things. And they're just one of those. And they brewed this beer, Doug, so they could take back the American flag for all of us.
Oh, okay.
So it's a great light lager. Shout out to Caleb and the crew at Sunshine Brewing. And we brewed our home brew beer here, Doug, real quick. But actually, while I load that up, before we get to our panel of fantastic guests, popping out the studio. What are you drinking, Doug? Because it may be great. It probably is, but it may not be. It's a brewery that hasn't been around for a long time.
For a year and a half, they've been out of business.
Okay.
So this is something that every year the owner, Zach, would brew a beer, and he would just bottle it, and then he puts them in the cellar. So I've one from every year he's opened over 10 years. So this is Chapter 9. This is why I'm only having one beer. It's a bomber. So this is a stout aged in port wine barrels. No ABV listed. It's called Chapter 9, Sex, Love, Money, and Ghetto Beer. So
that again, sorry. Yep. There you go.
So again, no ABV listed.
That's why I'm worried.
Yeah, me too. Also,
I'm worried about the ABV there.
Yeah, the thing is, if it's port wine, so port wine's like really sweet. So I'm a little worried about the sweetness on it. That's actually what I'm worried about because I'm not really a huge fan of sweet stouts. This actually has, as I'm pouring it, I see a tiny bit of a red hue on it, which is interesting because it would just age in the barrels. But I don't know if we can see that, but just looks like a standard stout. As you can see, glass isn't totally clean as usual. As is my
Dragon's milk glass though. Plus one for the Dragon's milk glass. And the Tiku, right? Yeah, plus one for the glass. Maybe plus 1.5 for the glass. That's really
So the port wine taste is actually way more forward than I expected. And a stout is a little thin, but that just could be because it's 3 or 4 years old and been sitting in my cellaring fridge. So it's not bad. It's not great, but man, it was my favorite brewery I've ever enjoyed being at. So R.I.P. to the North.
Mm-hmm. Not sure who this is directed to, but we'll
Hey,
take it.
think towards you. I mean, I have a pride flag behind me, but it's tiny.
Um,
I don't know.
All right, Doug. Right. So right before, actually addressing. Wait. This comment. uh, so yeah, we were at Sunshine Brewing today, Doug, and actually, one of the things that happened there today was I donated a Juneteenth flag to them, and they put it up, but I didn't get pictures of that yet. But that's me and head brewer Caleb there, and us showing the Juneteenth flag that I donated. I bought it. I just when it became a federal holiday, Doug. Um, I bought a bunch of like Juneteenth flags, and I just had them. So then I started just giving them out. So I gave two breweries have accepted them. One is Sunshine Brewing, and you could probably name the other one.
Vault.
No, good question. Good, but not that far away from me, Doug. It's over now. You got it. Oh,
The other one would be the other one. I would think is Giant Jones, but
the Barley Wine Bitches have one. Yes.
yeah.
Absolutely. But it was a great day. So the story goes for those who don't know. On February 1st, I rolled into Sunshine Brewing, and Caleb and I, who's the brewer there in the middle, or actually on both sides, and every picture he's in there. We reconnected. We didn't know we knew each other, but we haven't seen each other for a while. We reconnected. We talked really, I don't know, we gelled pretty hard. We talked. I mentioned to him that I would love to do a pro-am and have him be the brewer for that, meaning a pro-am, y'all, is a homebrew competition where the grand prize is to brew at a commercial brewery. He was like, let's make this happen. And from February 1st, it started, Doug, and it was random. Like I just showed up at Sunshine Brewing with my friends. I wasn't expecting to have this conversation or to have it come out. And today we brewed the beer, y'all. It's an American stout. Who won that coincidentally is my friend Dan, who I've been friends with over 10 years. He is a personal friend of mine. So Doug, when he won my homebrew competition, the first one, it was great. It's just great. So to see him get his accolades as far as being just an excellent home brewer. Forever he's been an excellent home brewer. For the record, y'all, the story goes, he told it on the podcast, which will be out probably tomorrow. Slothy is kind of editing it really hard. But the story goes, and I know Amani's here, so he loves good stories about homebrewing. This is his like 6th or 7th iteration, and he's been working on this recipe for 6 or 7 years. So it wasn't something like, you know what I mean? Like he just, hey, I'm gonna brew something and it's gonna win. No, he's been working on this one for a long time. So it was just great to see that happen and to enable it and to have a good idea come to fruition. And again, really shout out to the Madison Homebrewers and Tasters Guild for hosting the homebrew, and really shout out to Caleb for us. This was our vision, making it happen, just keeping it clean. So it was just a really cool day for both of us. So cheers to that, though. Any comments you have before we move along?
Could you
hear me, Doug?
I heard something. Unfortunately, I didn't hear all of it because I was typing something, and of course, I can't hear much. So apologies.
No worries. No, any comments on any of that before we move along?
I think it's awesome that that he was developing a recipe for like 6-7 years, and won a competition with it. That's really nifty. That's awesome. And the fact that Sunshine Brewing was able to display the put the Juneteenth flag up. To be honest, again, this is me not looking into it. Was unaware there was an actual flag for Juneteenth. So I'm glad that exists and that you were able to get that for them. And of course, kudos to Giant Jones as always for being on time with all that shit. So
yeah, there it is. Juneteenth flag, y'all. It's been around forever, but since Juneteenth is now a federal holiday, which we will get to here in a bit, Doug, a lot of things have been, known that weren't known before and pushed to the forefront. And we can thank, actually, in a weird way, in my opinion, we can thank Darn Cheeto for all that, Doug, if you really want to go down to the whole origin of it. But that aside, I don't think we want to talk about him. So, what we do want to talk about, Doug, is our panel of guests, right?
Yeah.
So, y'all should be familiar if y'all are familiar with us. I don't think we have any surprises, Doug. I said I don't think. We'll see. There's always something.
All former guests.
Yeah. So this is the Dad 2.0 extraordinaire reunion. This is the best picture I think we got of a cross section of 1 year. What in the fucking hell am I doing in this picture? What is going on? Jesus. Sorry. I won't say rest. What is that, Greg? Jeez, Lord. Okay.
You got a bunch
That
of folks
2.0, Doug, was a summit. Before we get everybody in, it was a what was it, Doug? A blogger summit where dads across the country kind of met and just had a great time. But also it became like a family reunion. Once you go there, you meet people, then you just keep going back. And then it became less about the convention, more about the people. And did I just summarize all this really fast, Doug? Or what do you got real quick, buddy?
I think you nailed it.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So what we have tonight, y'all, is we like to do this every year. We like to bring on dads from that conference that we met there, because the conference is no longer, Doug. We have to make how long has this conference not been around?
2020. It was literally a couple weeks before COVID hit.
So the pandemic. Well, I mean, whatever. Actually, we can talk about that in a bit. So, every year we have a co-host help us. We get one of the dads to come in and this co-host. So, in previous years, it's been our friend Jason Green, who's here, by the way. But this year we have our friend, barbecue extraordinaire, all things Cleveland, including the Browns. It's our boy, the best barbecue ever, my man, Darren W.
Welcome,
Carter.
Darren.
How you doing?
What's going on, people?
Yeah.
Good to
What
be.
you got? You got some Uncle Nearest? What you got?
It's
Because
good
you
to
usually
be
bring
in
the
the
Uncle. You
building.
bring Uncle Nearest heat.
I got, where's my, what? Oh, I'm all messing up here. Y'all gonna have to excuse me. Where's my nearest? Oh, my nearest is empty.
It's not even near.
It's empty.
But
But-
let's see. Wait, which one is that one? Hold on, Darren. Let's see it. Which one is that? Tell us about that one. Because it was good. It's not even. I mean, you killed it.
It's gone, bro. It's gone.
You have a drop in there. You have a drop or two in there, Darren. Come on.
I got this though. This is a black-owned brewery as well.
What's that called?
This is Burrow Brothers. I think bourbon and whiskey. I think they're out of
Yeah, what are they out of? Darren messed up to you, Doug?
Yeah, it was a little choppy there.
Okay.
Oh,
Darren,
you know what? The whole
you just said, buddy.
okay. The what's the last thing you said? Because the whole show has been kind of choppy. I think we all got bad internet.
Yeah.
But
where are they out of?
Kentucky, I believe.
Oh, okay.
They are in Kentucky. Three brothers that have that company. But I'm drinking lemonade now because I just got home. Literally, that's why I was late in the room. We had 2 events today for Juneteenth with the trailer, and I'm butt tired. So I am not.
Okay.
I will let you all know now. I am not liable for anything that comes out of my mouth tonight. Just to let you know. Be forewarned.
We're holding you liable.
Be forewarned. How's everybody been doing, man?
So, Darren, is the barbecue sauce slowing him down? I mean,
it's called being old. It's slowing me down. That's what that's going on. Jeez.
News and barbecue.
Yeah, it's you know, it's summer. This was a good week for us. We had catering Tuesday and Thursday. Wednesday we were out, and then of course today we were out. The catering was nice until I found out it was a net 60. I didn't know it was a net 60. The young lady didn't know neither. It was before a bigger company. We need that warning for shots.
Yeah, we do. Sure.
But
yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. All right, Darren, let's bring everybody else up. Nice.
Let's
to
go.
Have you. Let's go. All right, so y'all know here, it's funny, as I drop Doug and leave only black people here, y'all know we discriminate against white people here. Y'all know that. So anyway, we're bringing up the next black person, and that is I love how I just demeaned him to just another black person. We have Creed. What's up,
Creed? What you mean you can't hear nothing?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
I can't hear you. You can hear me?
Yes.
We can hear you.
I don't know what happened, but I think as you brought me in, your volume went off, so I can't hear anything now.
Come on,
Chris, you want to drop and
Jason
come back?
Green?
You want to drop and come back? Drop and come back.
We're gonna cut you and then you come back.
I'm gonna try and go out and come back.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Ladies and
All
gentlemen,
right.
Creed is from, as you saw his subtitle, he is from the land. That is the land of Cleveland, which we celebrate our 10-year championship anniversary. Nobody cares about the Knicks right now, but it's okay. You know, that's what a Cleveland fan does. We just think about ourselves.
Wow, I don't even know how to follow that up. Actually, I'll follow it up by bringing on another Cleveland fan. His name is Jason Green.
Hello, everybody. Go Browns.
Mr. Green.
All right. We're gonna bring up the next person because I'm talking about the Browns.
Is this a Browns?
Jason,
Is this a? Did you like secretly make this a Browns fandom?
Oh shit! That's right. I'm the only non-Browns fan here. Fuck.
And you were actually you trading with us with the the cornerback wide receiver guy. That was actually one of the better things we've done in the past like 10 years, actually, or something. But anyway, that is. I'm not trying to talk Cleveland. How are you doing, Jason?
I'm doing great. So nice to see you guys. I love hearing your voices. So it's
nobody care about you, Daniel. Nobody caring what you're putting up there.
Yeah, he's a New Yorker, so they're all
whatever.
Jason, are you all? You're in New York. Are you all?
Yeah, how's the whole New York atmosphere there, Jason?
Before we get to everybody else, how was? Yeah, are you all happy?
Is it burnt down yet? Did they burn it down yet?
It's still here. New York's still here.
Okay.
Congrats, Nick.
It's crazy out there, but it's still here.
All right. And let's see if Creed is back. Creed, are you back?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Woo, woo. Y'all can't do that.
Too many.
Got my Guardians too.
Many.
Cleveland all the time.
Yeah. Oh, actually,
Cleveland
I
all the
forgot.
time.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so we will bring on a non-Browns fan here from Chicago. Everybody loves Victor Aragon, right? Who doesn't love Victor Aragon?
Hey, Victor.
What's up, Creed? Creed, Sadie, Darren, Jason, everybody. What's up?
What's going on?
Good to see you,
Big
man.
panel tonight. A lot of things going on with fan dads. We'll get to that.
It's like everybody got the memo except for Doug about wearing a hat today.
Oh, look, Doug. You're not. What's going on?
You're not a Browns fan or wearing a hat. What's going on, Doug?
Right.
Although Victor's team might be moving away from his state, so the Indiana Bears, baby, the Indiana Bears.
All right.
That whole thing is wild. It's wild.
Y'all know Caleb gonna have a Madden curse, so y'all better be praying for him
because he's on the cover.
Yeah.
So we're not talking football with the next guy. He's banned from talking any of his Boston teams. Is JHG.
Boo! Or for the Boston stuff. Just for the
keep
Boston
him on
stuff.
mute. Literally keep him on mute. That's where he belongs. It's fine.
I'm good with you,
You
man.
can come off mute, JHG, and talk if
Yeah.
you want. So Doug mutes you or something.
I'm not muting him. Speak your piece.
Oh, so JHG's not going to talk. Oh, here you go.
Thanks for that.
There is this.
Hey, y'all.
Boston ran out of beer.
I was getting ready to ask if y'all got any beer yet.
I'm not even going to ask. And lastly, I'm not even going to ask. Lastly, and certainly not least, I mean, is there a better, bigger, badder fatherhood podcaster than this motherfucker?
That dude.
Also, too, Victor's an Eagles fan, not a Bears fan. And if you're gonna, I heard if they move to Indiana, it's actually quicker for people to get to the stadium than it is if they were in Chicago. So, just saying, we'll see what happens.
It depends on where you live in the neighborhood, but yeah, that's like for everyone. But it's still too expensive to attend one game.
We moving 15 minutes away, so you know it is that. There we have that.
By the way,
If I have to,
I was going to say
if I
for
have
Cleveland,
to pay for the Browns or for the Bears to move into Indiana. I live in Indiana. Those that don't know. So I don't want my sales tax to go to another team that I don't support. I just want to put that out there.
Oh, wow. So, a little inside ball. Darren, who was supposed to be the co-host, y'all, showed up like 10 minutes late.
I told you why.
Okay.
I told you why.
Listen.
This is Juneteenth. This is Juneteenth, and people want to pay black folks on Juneteenth. So my black butt was out there getting my black money for Juneteenth.
There you go.
All right.
There you go. And Greg's here trying to pick a fight.
I have nothing to say to that. Besides, Darren, how are you?
You said I was
what's
doing
going on
my
with
black
you?
job.
And after that, we're going to put you to work here, and so you can ask all these guys questions. And so, what's been going on with you with the barbecue? And then after that, you direct this panel, Darren. You do your own little internet thing, which I want to hear about. So you have your little interview thing on little cute little IG thing. Let's talk about it. Let's go, Darren. How you doing?
You know what? I got friends that say little a lot. I'll be like, y'all need to stop that because you trying to, be condescending. Talking about this. Yeah, how your little show doing? How your little business doing? My business doing okay. Thank you very much. But
doing big things.
Carter's Barbecue. I mean, it is. Oh, there you go. Hey, puppy nuppy, how you doing, baby? My niece's puppy that just got here. It's the summertime, so this is our time, obviously, that we do most of the bulk of the work. It was a very hard winter. I mean, we live in Cleveland, so you know how that is. It was a very hard winter, and I actually got a part-time job because it was too cold. Nobody was doing nothing. And my parents had gotten ill, both of them actually, around the same time. So it was just a good time to take care of them and do what we needed to do. But yeah, we still chugging along, still trying to figure some things out. Once some in Ohio, in the world. And if y'all don't come get it, I don't know why y'all don't. Maybe, y'all pay me enough money, I'll come to y'all. That's how it goes. But we're doing good, man. I'm trying to get we were down at the Cavs game when the Knicks routed us out in game 3. Yeah, game 3.
They routed us out in all the games.
Pretty much, but we just happened to be there, And I was like, oh man, it's like at least we could have at least they could win game 4 so I can maybe come back again. We were down at the Q. We got some I'm aging myself now, down at Rocket Fieldhouse, excuse me. But we're building some great relationships there, and we just hope that it just continues to go. the little, the little internet thing that he was talking about. I do have a IG podcast called the Unknown Black Pitmasters. It's where we highlight Black barbecue enthusiasts and pitmasters all over. We've talked to people who are just backyarders who do business like me, to the Rasheed Phillips, Kevin Blessos, Rashad Jones, Rodney Scotts of the world. So we just talk about barbecue, our history. If y'all know me for any amount of time, you know I love not too much little. See, thank you. I love the history, and just found out today here in Cleveland, side note, and we're gonna get going. Just found out today here in Cleveland, the first event I went to was a home that was one of the oldest in the city, that is pre-Civil War and was part of the Underground Railroad. So they turned it into a museum, and it was one of the most beautiful things ever. And I learned about, I just loved about the history, and of course, barbecue, my craft, and how it was started. So we go from there. So that's my little internet thingy that, I do every so often. But, okay, so one question first. Sorry, Greg. I got to ask the Browns fans before we get to everything else. We got a halfway decent
Shador.
draft.
Shador.
I don't even want to talk about that one, but yes,
all right.
Yes. I don't want Deshaun just because of, I don't. He can never ever touch the field. It won't make me no difference at all. I don't care if they don't start Shador and start Dillon. Well, I do, but I don't. As long as the other one don't get on the field.
Let's not go too far.
I want records. What we doing this year, y'all? What we doing this year? What we doing this year?
2-15
9 wins.
9.
I'm calling
go.
it.
Greg, unmute yourself. What you say?
Ooh, what you say?
Why are we doing this?
I just want to know.
This is what happens when you let someone take over your show, y'all. Just so you know. So,
what happens?
Oh, you just want to put me on the record for how bad I think the Browns are going to be?
Come on, man.
I have this much faith in the Cleveland Browns this year. Literally none. I think Monken is old and outdated. I don't know why we're even entertaining Deshaun Watson after 600 years of him sucking ass, total ass. What are we doing? What we're doing is Jimmy has to get his palace, y'all. So Jimmy has to set up his palace for all the great toys. And in order to do that, Jimmy has to tank what he's been doing for more than half his fucking time here. So Jimmy's going to tank, pick the oldest dude ever to coach. 2 wins if we're lucky. Literally 2. I'm being 100% serious. I like Shador, but he's one person in this whole mess of. And then y'all just trade away Miles, and it's just a fucking mess. Where y'all see? I didn't fucking win that at all. Where? Sorry,
I'm afraid. I didn't mind trading Miles at all. So, it is what it is. I mean, I'm just, I'm glad Denzel ain't going yet, only because he's a Clevelander. But he'll probably be gone too.
You can't say you're trying to win by trading away one of the best defensive players in this era. Period.
Who still, even though he got the sack, record, we still were 3 or 2 and something.
Right.
It doesn't. It didn't.
Right. Right.
We can.
I agree.
If we can have somebody who's halfway decent, and then our offense gets better, I believe Garrett can break his own sack record with the offense they got with the Rams. Everybody gonna be passing because
that's the scary thing.
It's not about Garrett. It's not about him. It's about you trying, not you, the Browns, trying to act like they're winning this year by trading that guy. It's just like, let's stop that. Let's kind of be realistic about what's going on. Because
all right, Doug,
guys like that to win.
Now hold on. I gotta defend my 9 wins. I gotta defend my 9 wins. Here's where I'm at. I hate that they traded Miles. I love Miles. Miles was good for the city. Nick Chubb, good for the city. They should re-sign him at some point and bring him back.
Mhm.
Will he make a difference on offense? Probably not. But you do need someone like that in the locker room, in the community, et cetera, et cetera. The one thing that they have done well, the one thing is that they have collected draft picks. And last year, their draft, the defensive part of their draft was good. Offense wasn't touched, but the defense was good. That's where I'm getting my 9. I actually think I don't see them tanking. I see them if they're smart, which they're not, but if they're smart, they would play Shador, see what they got with him, and who's the 4th quarterback that we drafted?
I forgot his name, but that big 18,000 feet guy. Yeah, the tall one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If Shador doesn't work,
Victor Wembanyama?
try him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in football, pretty much. He's like 6'2", something like that. What is he, 6'4"?
Something like that.
Yeah, he's pretty tall.
And the Browns are going to be a running offense this year. They got 2 stud running backs, and they beefed their offensive line, and their defense is going to be okay. I think even without Miles, like Miles is a huge part. He's the greatest defensive player, one of the greatest defensive players of all time. The Browns' defense is still solid.
Yeah.
All right, why are you going crazy over
there? Bring some Baltimore with them.
Yeah.
Zach just goes, wait a minute, did Jonathan just turn into whole grain?
Say what?
Yeah, when JHG went off screen and his little icon was like a thing of grain.
He went to a Panera menu when he went to like off screen. It was hilarious. A couple things. Darren, his internet is acting like the Browns season. Okay. Also, here's another thing. Myles Garrett won the sack record, but they were still 5 and whatever.
Right.
Have Shador run the offense.
Mm-hmm.
Get that massage parlor loving dude out of like you lost the money, get him out.
Right.
Verse is gonna be that dog because he took what's his name, the backup. He took his number without even asking. He like pretty much devoted his number.
He was just like, yeah, it's my number.
He's pissed because he took Daniel Gabriel's number or whatever. He's like, yeah, I'm taking it. Like, sit down, boy. I'm gonna take your number.
That's my 8.
Yeah, he took it like Debo takes people's chains on Friday. So like, I think you guys will be good. You have like the Ravens who have a new regime, and like now there's so much pressure on Lamar. You have the Steelers who's playing with a quarterback that might bring out a flag and tear his ACL in the next play. And so you have the Bengals who have pretty much all offensive money but no defensive money. I honestly think that the Browns, if they kind of keep going with Shador, train him and get him in summer camp and like make sure that he's the number 1, which he should be. And like what Jason was saying, run that ball. You got Njoku, you got a couple people, but the defense, like Verse is going to be showing you like, okay, Garrett's gone, but I'm pissed that I'm here and I'm going to let's play my ass off because maybe I'll get traded or whatever. But the draft picks, like Creed was saying, is huge. So,
Njoku's gone.
Oh, he is?
He's in the Rams.
Okay, I'll see myself out. Bye, guys. I had
Next up on Around the Horn, we have Jason.
But the Browns got a good.
I just lost so many points. Tony Reale just got my ass with the points with Njoku. I was on a roll, but then I'm gone. See you guys.
But the Browns got Fanning. Fanning's good.
Don't go out because Fanning is like excellent.
He'll be Pro Bowl this year.
Yeah, if he can do Jenkins Jones.
Darren just got
that is like a
penalty on his internet.
Yeah, I waited till everybody's thing was going on, so I didn't say anything. I think he'll be all right. But Art, you've been doing some pretty good interviews. I mean, like you always do. Greg did the perfect thing. You are the best like dad podcaster out there, in my opinion. And actually, and you have, and people do go to your school. I was one of the people who was able to talk to your students early in the morning, and they was
you
cool.
were awesome, man. You were freaking
cool.
awesome. I appreciate you getting up and doing that, man. Thank you.
Dude, and then Noah, you just interviewed Noah not too long ago. They got a show, Barbecue Smokeout, I believe. with Kevin Bledsoe, and he's with his new cookbook out. He's such a cool dude. And of course, I mean, I'm sure I'm speaking to the choir, but I implore all of you to go out and catch the replays and see what he has. I mean, I'm trying to get to your consistency level. It is like, it's ridiculous. I don't know how you do it, Greg, and I don't know how y'all do it. I didn't miss like 3 weeks now. It's like ridiculous. It's like, how do y'all continually get the chance to stay so consistent in your doings? Just I mean, because a lot of people, whether you're blogging, whether you live doing IG lives or whatever, or you're doing interviews, what's I guess in anything, what's your keys to continue to be as consistent as you've done? And you come out with the blog, the Dad's Doing It Right on the Fridays every week. What is my ADHD don't allow me to do that, bro.
He said the way my ADHD is set up.
Victor, you're a beast too, man. You're doing like 8 interviews like all the time every week, man. Like, and you're going to like different movies back and forth. I think I think you are doing so much with your barbecue game and your Instagram and your social media. Like, just because maybe you're not on the interview side thing, like your main thing is your main thing, which is cooking some killer barbecue, right? So like you got to keep it like that. And then if you have some other side projects, you just kind of get into the routine. Once you get a routine, I think there's movies out there about like, oh, the dad's staying at home, what's going on? We've all been stay-at-home dads for some point. I think like most of us here, that like if once you get in a routine, then things like get a little bit more easier. Mm-hmm. You come into the summertime, man, people are gonna be wanting your barbecue like nobody's business. So like maybe when it get, and plus I think all of us here, we're in that sandwich generation where we're taking care of our kids and taking care of our parents.
Yes.
And I felt you, man, with like saying like taking care of, I hope your parents are doing better.
Yes.
But like,
thank you.
I understand that. I think maybe when you do have some downtime, maybe you work on a schedule and you get down there. But like your main thing right now is cooking delicious food. So don't like get it twisted. Like you are awesome. So just keep it going.
Man, my main thing is trying to pay my bills. That's what my main thing is. Crook, let me I'll sling it. What you want? Yeah. So speaking of that, fan dads, movies,
killing it.
Have you get a chance to see the new Toy Story?
Yes. We saw it last Saturday. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because I think I even said this, like when they announced it in my head, I'm like, this is just a crash grab. I don't know if I want to see this. I thought they finished it well in part 4, but as soon as it started, like it was like they showed. It's not really a spoiler, but they showed Jessie and her Emily, the girl that owned her, mm-hmm. and that music started playing from that, and then my eyes just started watering. I'm like, where are we going with this?
Nostalgia, baby.
Yeah, it just hit me. But then throughout the movie, it was like, okay, I see what they're doing. This is so relevant with today with kids and toys versus tech. A lot of kids on screen. Kids don't know how to interact with each other anymore. And then by the end of it, I'm like, this was great. I think this was a perfect fit for what they've been, what they've been trying to do. So, and it's funny because I had some people like message me, oh, we should boycott this. There's a Pixar fans, and I'm like, who are these fans? I mean, there's a lot of people that want these because
why do they want to boycott it?
They think it's going to spoil what's been done before. But I'm like, I mean, I'm honest. If a movie's not good, I would say, you know what, catch a matinee. That way you're not paying full price, and then that way you can make a decision yourself, or wait till it's on streaming. But then most of the times when you wait till it's on streaming, you're like, I should have seen this in the theaters because it's so good. But for this one, I really liked it. I mean, I would say pay the full price if you want, because I mean, it's a really good story. We laughed, we cried afterwards. We had some good discussions about screen times. But I think it's really relevant to what's going on today with kids. And then like working in the school, it's funny because like I could tell which kids are the Bonnies, the ones that still use their imagination at home, still play with toys, and which kids are the ones that are just on screens all day. And it's kind of sad to see that because like you could tell they can't. They're usually like just playing by themselves because no one has that imagination anymore. But it's really good. I'm gonna say that right now. It's definitely good. It's definitely worth your time. I'm trying to convince my daughter to see it because she's like, I don't want to see it, but she's out of the country right now. So when she gets back, I'm gonna tell her, I'm like, we gotta go see this, and I think she's gonna like it.
I haven't seen it. I think it's a natural progression if they are going to do something like that. I think it's pretty cool. I do want to see it. I did hear that it's a tearjerker, and nobody pay attention to what Zach is doing in the comments. Let's just not do that.
Well, if that's what Zach
That's not
wants.
really Zach because those are not capital letters. So someone is using his name, but that's not really Zach.
There's no pink robe.
That's right.
But really quick, I want to say
Who
to
sent
Darren,
you?
man, I applaud everything that you've done because you put you just said, you know what, I'm gonna do this barbecue thing and I'm gonna see how this goes, and you've been killing it from everything that I've been seeing, and I think that's what a lot of us that have like our dreams want to do. Like, just, you know what, if I'm gonna put my heart and soul into this and see what happens. And then you've done it, man. And I mean, I've seen your videos and whatnot every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, man, he's living it. He's living his dream. He's feeding people his good food, and then it keeps building. So watching your stuff, man, it's one of those things that, you know, I sometimes want to just like, you know, do Fan Dads full time and not work, but that's not going to play that well, especially when bills come around. But seeing that you've done this and then you're doing pretty well with it, it makes me like, you know what, one day I should be able to do that.
Don't believe the hype. Instagram is a lie, man. Don't believe none of it.
But you're
it's all
doing
a lie. It's all a lie. But thank you. It is. It sometimes one of the things that I had an opportunity to do a couple of months ago was actually I've catered at the meal that I came from a couple of times, but not my department. And I was able to do that about a month or so ago, a couple of months ago. And, you know, everybody coming out. Yeah, I remember you when you was talking about barbecue and you this and that. And we didn't think you was going to do something, but you did. And, you know, all that stuff. And, you know, we talk, we funny, and they, you know, people congratulate, which is cool. But it was a full circle moment for me. Because I'm going to be honest with you. There's times where I'm like, okay, I'm going back to the meal. You know, you have that part in entrepreneurship where it can get tight. Give me some fire, give me some meat. I'll give you one of the best dinners you ever had. Talk to me about accounting. Talk to me about cost per, you know, per plate. My mind just melts. Like, you know, my wife is good at that, but there were things when we went into business, we found out there were things that we didn't know. And that's one of the biggest hindrances in going into a business is what you don't know. You think you know, but you really don't. So that put us about in an 8-ball a little bit, but, you know, we consider to go forward and everything is still functional. But before that moment, there was times like, you know what? We're not doing this no more. But I don't think that's anything different than any other person who's done what I've done or going, or sometimes even just a 9 to 5. You're doing it and it's just not working. It's just not working. And you're in your heart. You're just like, I don't know if I'm gonna do this anymore. But it comes with the territory. But I don't regret my decision. I'm still moving to my passion. I mean, we got things every time I think I'm at a point where, you know what, this is a bit much. It's always something that me.
Yeah, Darren clocked out a little bit for me there. I don't know.
Okay, I wait till the circles left.
Yeah,
I wait till the circles left.
Yeah, so I have a couple of things that we haven't heard a lot from Jason. What have you been up to lately?
Wasn't that intentional though?
Well, maybe he is having issues with his mic. Can you hear us, Jason?
He's on mute, maybe?
No, it doesn't show it as mute. You get a little like Creed at the mute instead of JHC and Victor. So can you hear us, Jason, or are you good to go?
I can't hear you guys.
I can hear you. So, all right. So maybe he's gonna.
Jason's been traveling different places, man. If you follow
Yeah.
him on IG, man, even though Darren's like IG ain't nothing. No, just
All right, I think I'm back on here. Something like
There
having
we
my
go. We can hear
sound.
you. Yeah. So, what have you been up to? And I want to
Oh,
actually
now I
ask
can't
a
hear
pretty.
again.
Okay.
because you went vertical. Go back to horizontal, man. You're good.
Yeah.
All right, I can hear you now. All right, the
Okay.
sound's going
So-
in and out.
So I want to ask
Oh.
you what you're up to lately, and also
I can't hear
have
you
a
again.
question.
All right, hold on.
All right. Well, let's let him get organized. Creed, what have you been up to lately? Because we heard you talk Cleveland stuff. What else have you been up to, man? What's been going on with you?
So actually, there's a collaboration that I need to see happen, Darren.
Okay.
In Cleveland, one of my classmates, Ricky Smith, he owns a scratch kitchen downtown in Playhouse Square. It's called Something Good.
Something good, yeah.
I need the two of you to get together and do a collaboration.
He's a good dude. Yeah, he's a good dude.
He is. He was funny as all get out in high school. He's a comedian too.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to see him recently. I was in town. Like
Oh wait, you didn't
trip.
Okay. I was about to say you didn't do a Greg, did you?
No.
Drive through Cleveland. Hey, Darren, wave.
No, but I wanted to visit his restaurant, get to your barbecue.
Greg. Take it easy, bud.
Does that mean the show's over?
Anyways, that's the collaboration that I want to see. He reappeared and then disappeared. So,
I got you, Creed.
So I'm still teaching, still obviously doing the dad thing. My oldest just graduated from high school, is headed to college, and super proud of her. My son is headed to high school, so one pops out and another one slides into place. And it's been, I think about when we all kind of first met, and my kids were real small. I can't speak for everybody, but it's like this span of watching everybody else's kids grow up on Facebook and seeing your own kids grow up. It's been something else. So aside from that, I've been trying to do some writing. It's not online. Still trying to piece some things together and get those published. But yeah, that's it. I turned 50 on Memorial Day and took a yoga class on that Tuesday.
Oh,
Fine. Took a TRX class on that Thursday, right? Not fine. I had to get a cortisol shot, muscle relaxers, and steroids, and now I'm in physical therapy. So a little bit different from 2014 when I met some of you. The body is not the same, but we're gonna keep stretching it. But that's all I got going on.
Yeah, that's good, man. It's good to have you back on here, man. It's been a while, and glad to see you. So, Jason, can you hear us now? We can hear you.
I can hear you now. It's all Zach's fault.
Yeah,
he peer pressured me, and he peer pressured me.
I was going to ask what you have going on. Victor did mention that you're in a movie, apparently.
Yeah, I'm acting again. I did a short film. I'm doing some improv theater as well. So I'm back on doing that, and yeah, but mainly I've really gotten into photography the past couple of years and still traveling a lot. So I'm putting together a bunch of trips, like 3 trips for the rest of the summer, and that's what I've been really focusing on. Yeah.
I have one specific question to ask about one of your kids that you pretty publicly talked about him being in the armed forces.
Mm-hmm.
How is that going considering the current climate we are in of things? Is that okay? Is he okay? Are you okay?
He is okay.
Okay.
I'm not sure how much I'm allowed to talk about.
Don't do anything to reveal
yeah.
anything. I just want to ask generalities.
Yeah, no, he's okay. It is hard being a military dad, especially with the crazy guy in office who doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. So it's it's a little unsettling for me. But but yeah, like he's doing good. I'm a grandpa now, so it's all's well. I have 2 grandkids now, so I'm
Two. I only knew
2 of
one.
them. Yeah, I have 2 now. Yeah, I don't really talk too publicly about what's going on with him, about the kids, but yeah,
Yeah,
it is fun being a grandpa.
I imagine it is. But yeah, I just, like I said, I didn't want to go. You can't be too specific with things, so it was just more like I just wanted to make sure things were okay with him and okay with you, because I cannot even fathom. I have 4 kids, and none of them are interested in the military, and I can't fathom having any of them in the military right now with the unsettled nature of everything. So glad he's well, and glad you're well, and glad the grandkids are well.
Yeah, yeah. I was just down there 2 weeks ago, and I had a great visit with him. I was down there for about a week, and it's different because I'm a left-leaning liberal, and so to be
Yeah.
around all the army guys, it's an interesting conversations that happen.
I can imagine. So last but certainly not least, JHD, what about you? I mean, you've been on the show multiple times and talked to us, and I know you do some things and whatever, like design wise. Tell us a bit what's going on in your life so we can kind of round out that sort of catch up phase.
Yeah, sure. The oldest is just finished his first year of college, which scares the fuck out of me. All of a sudden, he's finished with his freshman year, and it's crazy. And he lives hundreds of miles away in Boulder, Colorado for school. So he's on a good track. We're very happy and proud of him. And then the younger one, just finished 7th grade. So he's real close to high school, which is just, still mind boggling. And as a result of that, my life kind of shifted as we all have started to shift a little bit further as our kids get older back into almost a previous life or what your life can take from the experience you had when you were at home with your kids. Where did it lead you? Where can it take you? Where do your passions go? So I started working again. I'm working basically a 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, no weekends. It's fantastic. It's design related. I do print work, and when I come home, I can do design for my friends and get back into a designer sort of mentality. It's been such a long time since I've really stretched my design muscles, and it's been great to do that over the last couple of years as the kids get older and as they start to move on with things. So that's what's going on with me.
Yeah, cool. Seriously, it's all good to see all your faces again. It is. It's just, we don't always get, no, not like that, Victor, but anyway, I think we want to do a little bit more of talk a little bit about Dad 2.0 things. I don't know if our guy Greg has got some things lined up to show that. What is that, Jason? What are you pulling out there?
Yeah, it's a Irish style Saint Ambrose. It's from Montreal that I picked up. I was just in Montreal and I picked it up.
Montreal. Do all fancy French stuff.
Hey, Jason's the actor.
Went out again.
All right.
All right. So, most of us met Dad 2.0, I think. So, I mean, that kind of holds a whole special place in all of our hearts for different reasons. So, we did get some pictures to talk about it, and hopefully we'll get to display them soon. But is there any sort of overriding arch of something you want to touch on, Dad? Like we all have things that it meant to us in different ways, and but what do each of you think was like the thing that you really just every time you went, like, I'm looking forward to it for this reason? I mean, I will say for me, it was just meeting people, but like, what is it all for you? It could mean different things to different people. There's a lot going on.
Can we just, real quick, just give it up to Owen, of course, who just, that is the beginning and how things are going. So we just continue to keep his, of course, memory alive and in our hearts and our spirits, and the things that because of that we all here. We all here. So shout out to him and blessings to his family. Let's just continue to remember him as well.
Good stuff. Yeah, no doubt, man. Great shout out.
But you, Art, got some comments on what it was for you. I mean, we always managed to hang out a little bit when we were there, which I always have really appreciated because I was a little fish in a big pond, and that was cool.
Yeah, no, I didn't go to all of them, but when I got to go to a few of them, it was great to see all you guys. And I think right here, what we're doing, I appreciate, Doug, you and Greg having us on. And this is just a testament to the friendships and the people who are real, right? Like the people who, we're talking, I know Darren was joking about like, oh, like Instagram is just like noise and all that stuff. But like, there are people who, portray certain like personalities online and then sometimes they kind of like change or whatever here and there, and that's fine. But like everybody here, man, like I love so much. And it's great to like chat with you guys. And like Creed said earlier, like seeing everybody's kids grow up and just the fact that like Creed, I'll be there in a couple of years about being 50. And it's crazy. Like it's crazy like how fast time flies, but we're still hanging out. We're still texting each other. We're still supporting each other. What the guys did at Dad2 to bring everybody together after all the pomp and circumstance of like, oh, you get to meet these companies and possibly sponsor your podcast or work on a collaboration where it's like, yeah, thanks, we'll send you a free pizza. Like, I can't pay my mortgage with free pizza, but like that's cool and all. But like, I think what's really cool is just the fact that like we're all still friends. We're all still real. We're champion, like we're cheerleaders for each other. Of what everybody's doing, man, it's great to see, and people seeing like reinvent themselves, or like I love what Jonathan said, just being like, I'm in that phase too, Jonathan. Right now, I'm like, okay, my oldest is going to be going to college. My youngest, I'm just finally like teaching her to drive, and she's going to be on her be able to drive. And I'm like, all right, what's the next step for me? And so there's a couple of avenues I'm looking to pursue, but it's just like we're still here. We're all still hanging out. We're all still like just having fun. So when you and Greg bring us back on the shows just to kind of like reminisce and talk about certain things every year, it makes my heart very warm. So I appreciate being here.
Cheers to that. Victor, what about you? I'm just going to go how I see it on the screen. So
sure. Good thing you didn't go alphabetical. I would have been last. No, I mean, for me, the great thing about, I always look forward when I was able to go to Dad 2.0, or as Michael Strahan called it, Dad to Dad. What I enjoyed about going to it was like the feeling afterwards of feeling like reinvigorated. Like sometimes you would go there and you're like, man, I don't think I'm doing enough. I don't know where I'm gonna go with this. But then after like talking to everybody, and then like, not that you wanted to get your your ego like boosted by everybody, but because sometimes doing this stuff, you don't know who's watching, you don't know if anyone's paying attention, or if you're just talking to like the ether. But when someone comes up to you and be like, hey, I saw that video you did about so and so and I really liked it, you're like, oh, okay, so people are paying attention. And then going to Dad 2.0, I would have people that I didn't know come up to me and talk to me about some of the stuff that we were doing. And then it's like, all right, people are watching this, so there is a reason to keep doing this. There is a reason to keep, pushing this content out. And I think that's what I liked about it, because when I would get home, I'm like, all right, I have people that are watching now, so let me try to do stuff to A, keep them watching, and then B, put my content out there, put the stuff that I feel that, could resonate with other people. I've been working on this post forever about our website like dying and the rebirth, I guess you could say, of Fan Dads, because I felt like even my wife has talked about this to me sometimes. Like, we don't do many of the parenting posts anymore. It's all just reviews, which it's something that I enjoy doing. But I mean, I have a lot of stories that I want to talk about my kids, but it's like, do people want to read that? And then I'm like, I ran into a friend at a toy convention. He was a Boy Scout leader, and we were talking whatever, and I was like, and he's like, I enjoy the stuff that you do, and he's like, and I was like, yeah, but I'm like thinking about doing the parenting stuff again. He's like, dude, I would read that if you put it up there. And then I'm like, maybe I should go out. So I've been fighting with this post like forever about putting it up or not. And I think one of these days I'm just gonna sit down and be like, you know what, F it, I need to do this, because like I said, you never know who's watching, who's reading. But yeah, I mean, I miss that. I miss like hanging out with you guys. That's why I posted like I needed this today, because it's been an interesting day today. I went to the reason I'm wearing this shirt is like I pulled this out because I went to my uncle's memorial today, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if it's casual or whatnot. But being there and then like talking to my cousins and like seeing pictures, it was just like, I need this today, because it's like, this is my community. These are like my brothers that I feel like I could vent with them. I feel like I could talk to them about anything. And some of you, like, we've texted, personally about things going on. But yeah, no, I mean, that's one thing that I miss, is just doing the in-person thing of talking to people and hanging out, and then just coming home and feeling like re-energized about doing things. And I think like after this, I'm going to feel that again, and then probably like, stay up and write some more. But yeah, I mean, I don't know I don't want to bring this like on a down note or anything, but I mean, it's just great, seeing everybody and hearing voices again, and not just like messages on online.
Yeah. You're not bringing it down. We're all voicing how we feel, and this is good. This is the thing. This is the whole thing about Dad2.0, is being able to kind of voice what you think, how you feel. So yeah, it's great. So next up, we'll go JHG, and then we'll flip over to Krieg, because I'm doing like this Hollywood Squares nonsense. So
all works. Oh, of course, Greg's got to mess it up.
Thanks, Greg.
Thanks, Greg. I just wanted to before I get into the experience with Dad 2.0, I wanted to like highlight what Victor was just saying and what he shared. He didn't lose his passion while he was a parent. It is so easy to lose your passion when you're parenting and not be able to pursue it. And Victor held on to that, even if it was maybe fleeting here and there. But he kept it going, and he got feedback, and it worked. And so he kept it alive, which is fantastic. And Victor held on to that, even if it was maybe fleeting here and there. But he kept it going, and he got feedback, and it worked. And so he kept it alive, which is fantastic. Victor held on to that.
Jason, I think you were lagging behind there. Shit
Well,
happens. Anyway.
That was like a ghost talking.
So yeah, I just wanted to shout Victor out on that, because that's really great that you were able to continue it while you were parenting, because it can be so easy to lose that the ability, let alone have the focus to do it. So kudos on you. My Dad 2.0 experience was a one and done, and it was the last one that they had because it was COVID. So, but what I really appreciated about it was I came from the National At-Home Dad Network universe into the Dad 2.0 universe. And, with all, as Art was saying, you're talking about who's going to sponsor your podcast, and there was all the selling of parenting going on, but underlying all of it was community and fatherhood and connection, and really the core of what makes this happen tonight and happen again and again and again is creating bonds that you almost forge for life, because you've gone through similar experiences, you've shared the ups and downs, and we can talk to each other about those. And when you were on your own and alone, it was really hard to deal with those. So to be able to bring those together and make that happen, and I'm going to ignore Zach because I know I see it. I ain't fucking reading it. Yeah. Yeah. Great. Well, yeah, that's true. There is that. So that's what I really loved about Dad2 and what Dad2 did for us, and for parents in general. Oh boy. God damn it, he derailed it again. All right. That's my spiel on Dad2 and the conventions.
All right, Creed, you're up. Give us your spiel about like what was your thing about Dad2? But besides all the Zach quotes, I've talked to Zach a million times, and I've never met that man in person, and I'm so sad that I never did. I really am. I'm sad I never did.
I have so many thoughts and questions, and they just won't be they won't be fruitful at this point. And I honestly, I still don't believe that that's Zach, because he's using capital and lowercase letters. That's an imposter still.
We think he's Chat GPT.
Or Claude, or one of them. Maybe there is a Zach 2.0. It was always the people. Like, the brands were cool, yes, and that was a draw for people. But I think what made our conference different is that it wasn't actually about the blogging. It wasn't about the podcast. It was about the people. And I mean, that could be part of the reason why the sponsors weren't as happy with us, because I truly believe most of us were happier coming back and seeing each other every year. Someone called it family reunion earlier. I can't remember who it was, but that's exactly what it was. And I remember the very last one. It was surreal for a couple of reasons. One, I think we all knew it was the last one, and didn't want to admit it, didn't want to see it go, but kind of felt like when there was no announcement of where it was going to be next, that it wasn't going to happen. And then when the world shut down, it was strange. Those of you that were at the last one, do you remember I don't remember if they were Lysol people. It was hand sanitizer people that like infiltrated the convention. They were not one of the sponsors, and they were handing out wet wipes and whatnot. And it was kind of, it was this weird moment. And I remember flying home, and on the TV screen, they were saying there are like 3 places you want to avoid. You want to avoid large groups and conventions, airports, and schools. And I was leaving the convention to go to the airport to get back to school. So
you're hitting a trifecta, Creed.
Right. And I'm everywhere I shouldn't be. But it was the people. That's what people were sad about. I think you could go out. You could, at that point, most of us knew, and the community was strong as far as helping other people out. If you were looking for a sponsor, you'd find one. If you were looking for work, you might find some. All right. It wasn't about that. It was about not being able to go late night to get a meal together or play video games in people's room. Or I remember actually the one time that I spent a large amount of time with Zach in person was in San Francisco, I believe. There were a bunch of us sitting around one of those fires, and there were deep conversations that were happening, even from Zach. But
Zach's deeper than he likes people to believe. And I think Art will back me up on that. Zach will come with some stuff, and he'll be like, "Okay, I know you pretend to be a goofball on the internet, but you got a lot of deep shit, and I'm glad you're talking."
Yep. So it was, it was always the people. That and the one sponsor that came and hid from everybody. I don't know if I should say their name, but you guys probably remember. They're cable TV network. They might work with slime. But that's all I'll say.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right, Jason, you're up. Your thoughts on what you I mean, I believe we're all kind of in the same vein, but like we all have specific things. What was Dad 2.0 for you? What did you look forward to?
Yeah, I mean, describing Dad 2 to a lot of people, I always say it's kind of like camp when you're a kid. Is that you go and you spend a week, with some. that's a good looking
I
shot.
love that. Dude,
yeah, but
you're like, God damn it.
Yeah, but you spend like a week with people, or in camp, and then you do crafts or whatever. You hang out, and you have this great deep connection, and then you don't see each other again for a year. But we were lucky enough to we could go on to our Facebook group and text each other and things like that. But I always looked as soon as Dad 2.0 was over, I started looking forward to the next one. And I say like some of my best friends are bloggers, and and I still hardly ever see anybody in person anymore. But it was great. My first one was in Houston, and I think I went to every single one but the very first one. And it was always a great time. Always learned a lot, and looking back on it, I don't the brands I could care less about the brands anymore. Like that wasn't it was nice to make a connection with a brand that could pay for your trip, and I wouldn't feel so bad like breaking into the bank account to go somewhere.
Oh, look
But
at that.
yeah, good old Dove Men Care days, right? Yeah.
All the soap and shampoo.
Oh, that's so. I always thought it was hilarious the last day of Dad 2 when the raid of the Dove Men Care Lounge would happen.
Mm-hmm.
And we rated that like it was gold. And
my boy is 10 years old now. Oh my God.
Look at that picture. And your beard isn't even fully gray.
No. See, these are good memories, man.
Does anybody still have Dove soap in their house?
I do.
I do. I still buy it. I still buy the shower gel.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, I still buy the shower gel.
I think I used the last one a while ago. I still got a lot of the gel though, the hair gel.
Yeah,
I
I
have
got
no
the
hair
hair
gel.
gel, and I'm not sure why. Because I was bald at the time.
Hey, so
I tell you- Whenever the Dove men, when they did the shaving, man, that was the best. Like you go in there for a shave. I always try to get there that first day when you do the really close razor shave, and those are always the best.
Those were nice. Yeah.
I will say one year, the guy, I told him not to touch my mustache, and he like trimmed it, and I ended up looking like Dr. Nick from The Simpsons. And then that was the year they were taking headshots too. So my headshot looks like I'm Dr. Nick.
Hey, so I have something for all of you for Dad 2.0, and I'm going to go round robin here. All right. I'm going to start with Darren. I have a memory from all of you from Dad 2.0 from different ones, every single one. Darren, I remember you just razzing the ever-living shit out of Greg for going to Cleveland and not talking to you, and just the shit you gave him. And Greg was like, "Hey, man," and it was like, and you were like, "No, you were there. You should." It was one of the funniest things I remember, just because you just would not give him a moment's peace about that, and it was just great. And Greg was like, I have no excuses. Like he was like, I literally don't have an excuse. I should have, but I didn't.
He made up for it though. He did.
Yeah, he did. But I'm just saying, I just remember that so vividly, and just how fucking funny that was. But Creed, I'm gonna say to you, I did a panel where I was doing parents raising LGBTQ kids, and you attended. And I had Nick North, who's been on the show, Brett Allman, Amber Leventry, and my wife was there too, because we had at that point only one kid who was queer. We ended up having 3 out of our 4, and that was just a great experience. And I remember afterwards, you pulled me to the side, Creed, and you were like, "All right, I'm a teacher. How do I address things like this in my classroom if kids are going to come to me and say, I have this, I'm queer, I'm gay, I'm trans, whatever." And you wanted to understand. There was just such a genuine wanting to just be like, I want to be there for my students. And it was just such a pure, lovely moment to be able to talk to you about different things, and just understand like, well, this means this and this means this. This doesn't always mean this. And it can get confusing if you're not in it. I've been steeped in it for fucking 10 years. So like I have a better understanding, but it was just really nice to see someone like, I'm an educator and kids are going to have this, and I need to be able to be prepared and be able to help them. So it's one of my favorite memories of it, because it was just you being just genuine about wanting to help your students. And I have a picture from it. I remember it was a black and white picture somebody took there, and it's that moment it's indelibly just printed in my brain, because I remember the conversation so well. And Dad 2.0 is about conversations, and that was one of them. JHG, you were there at the top sheet debate, the initial top sheet debate for this show. You were there. You were there for the fact that the genesis of the dumbest conversation we have on this show, you were there for the genesis of it, while Matt Strain was feeding us copious amounts of smoked meats. It was just a weird hotel conversation. It turned into like a running bit that's been going for 7 years on this show. So yeah, I mean, I just love it. And it's actually not just one particular moment. It's actually multiple moments I've had with you in different Dad 2.0s. Like we've always had these moments where we were just talking about really, really deep stuff, but it wasn't like we were diving super deep in it, but I could tell you were just genuinely curious about a lot of different things, and you wanted to be able to be open and sharing things. I remember you were one of the people that came up to me after my speech at Dad 2.0, which was really difficult for me to do. And I really, really just, I appreciate the perspective you bring. It was one of those things where it's not like I could say, oh, this one thing. And it was just multiple things that I had with you that I really, really super duper appreciate. Jason, it's going to be New Orleans, where we were at that bar and we were walking back and we were, but you and I walked through and we got back to the hotel and you said, thanks. And I was like, sure. Like we were walking back to the hotel. And later on, you talked about how that was a difficult night for you. And I was able to be there without saying a thing. And I felt like I should have done more. But I remember that moment just being able to walk through a super busy, crazy section of New Orleans and getting back to the hotel and just doing, being able to, even if it was just silent walking and being a support system in that way. So
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, sorry. Like, yeah, like sorry to cut you off, but yeah, that walk was very meaningful to me because like my marriage was over right before that Dad 2.0. And so I was like a mess that entire time. And so that night I was like, I was done and I needed a reason to go back to the hotel, and I didn't want to walk alone. And then you said something about being tired and something like that. And like, then we walked back and again, we didn't talk hardly, and so it was just nice to not be alone in that walk back to the hotel because it was a rough night. But it meant a lot to me.
Well, I'm glad, and it was just something that
Yeah.
I didn't know it. Like again, you were
Yeah.
in a moment struggling with something, and I had no idea, and maybe I should have talked. It's one of those things where you go back and you realize that was a scenario, and maybe I could have been able to be there for you more. So
Oh, you were there.
It's not a
So
regret.
that's
It's
what I
not a
needed.
regretful moment. I just feel like I could have done more. That makes sense.
Mm.
Art, fucking video games, dude, and just every time, hey, let's talk fucking retro video games, and we talk about NBA Jam and all that shit, like every time. And there's just just an easygoingness to talk to you that I absolutely fucking love, and NBA Jam in the background there. So it's not like it's like a specific thing for you either. Like you and Victor are a little bit different in that from the other folks. It's just like it wasn't a one moment; it was just multiple moments. It just made me, really relish what we had as friends. And Greg, God damn it, Facebook fucking group at a Dad 2.0 is why we're doing this goddamn show. And I am so fucking thankful that you came up to me and we knew each other, but not knew each other at all. Like we knew, oh, it's Greg, and like that's Doug. And he's like, hey, start talking to me, and then all of a sudden he's like a week later, he's like, hey man, I have this idea for a show. You want to do it? I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go. And Dad 2.0 is responsible for this little show we do. Right, Darren? This little show we do. So just thank you all. You've all been friends of mine in different ways. Sometimes you affect me in ways you don't realize. And I think about things a lot more than I say, but I really appreciate all of you, and thank you for being here.
Thanks, Doug.
Doug, what's all about this?
What do you recognize about that shirt, guys?
How's your sleeping coworker?
Yeah, that motherfucker.
Oh my God, that was amazing.
You know who gave me that? Spike Zelenka. He made that for me.
Oh my God. Wait, what is this shirt?
So this shirt.
I don't know the story of the shirt.
So this shirt, I used to work with this guy when I worked at the book publisher nearly 10 years ago, who would fall asleep at work every fucking day, and it would infuriate me because he would just sleep. And my boss would be harassing me to do work, and I'd be like, hey, that motherfucker's asleep next to you. We all worked in like a little cube. And what was funny is a lot of Dad 2.0 guys thought of him as sort of a hero, and he was not. But there was a few Dad 2.0s like, hey, you're photographing him without his knowledge. And they were correct. I should not have done that. But his nickname was Carl. That was not his real name. And then like 3 years ago, I'm like, I wonder what happened to that asshole. And I looked it up. He died during COVID.
Oh.
Now, the thing is, I want you to be aware of why I hate it. It wasn't just the fucking sleeping. That motherfucker, he beat his wife and just did the most racist, misogynistic motherfucking shit. We were in a secure room. Only us could access the room. And he would just say the worst possible shit you could say. And my boss was like, ha 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 ha. And I was like, and you're fine with that motherfucker sleeping? So it was frustration. So was I right to photograph him without his consent? Probably not, but like, fuck that guy.
Maybe with all this crap he's saying, it was good that he was sleeping.
Yeah. So anyway, like maybe that makes me a bad person for being like, thank God that guy's not around to beat the shit out of his wife anymore. But I don't know. So maybe that makes me a bad person, but
That's reasonable.
So that totally took a turn that I was not expecting. I thought you were going to say that he was like the inspiration for Dungeon Crawler Carl or something like that, or Carl Jr. or like any of that stuff. I was not expecting it. So I was laughing before that. I was not laughing about the bad stuff, but you know that I wasn't. You went that way. I thought that. Oh wow. Okay.
Hey, listen, I understood when people thought it was great he was getting paid to sleep. I understand why people thought that was funny and great, and like, yeah, good for him. Like, yeah, the problem is if I went to the bathroom and I wasn't back in 3 minutes, my boss would be texting me like, "Where are you at?" Meanwhile, he was sleeping right next to him doing the same job I was doing. So I had a lot of animosity. I admit that, but like, yeah, I just can't believe. I can't believe.
Maybe instead of going to the bathroom, you should have been sleeping. Did you try sleeping to see if?
Oh, I should have done that.
Yeah, but you weren't too jackassery.
Like John Cena, you can't see me if you're sleeping. I can't see you. You can't see me.
You weren't enough of a jackass to be endearing to your boss, Doug. So you got to work on that.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, you got to. Doug, this is another one that I believe you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, so I was in Toronto with my wife for a wedding anniversary, and we met our guy Casey Palmer. He took us to an awesome vegan restaurant in the middle of Toronto. Like, I was like, okay, well, I'm not really a vegan, but let's try. It was fantastic. So got to see Casey in person for a minute, the busiest man in Canada. That guy is like the James Brown of government work. Like, I don't know, because he works for the Canadian government, but yeah, love that guy. Super funny. Miss him.
I don't know. It was a funny story how I met Casey. I met Casey in New Orleans at that abandoned warehouse thing. Y'all remember that?
Oh yeah, I didn't go, but yeah.
And there was
Jason, did you do that? I thought you went to the abandoned warehouse. Did you?
So
I don't remember much from a lot of that stuff. So
sorry.
So it was like, yeah, and there was a pretty decent, like, they had a food truck there first or something, outside of this whole abandoned house thing, and like, oh yeah, Darren remembers that. So like,
are we talking
I didn't
New
know who
Orleans
Casey
1
was.
or 2?
Where's it? I'm not sure.
It was New Orleans because I was trying to win a drone. I remember that. Food trucks were good too. They had 2 food trucks out there.
It was absolutely New Orleans.
But was it the first time we went to New Orleans or the second time?
It had to be the second time because that was the last time. I mean, that's the first time in New Orleans I went. There was no
second time, but the last time.
I had a very interesting experience in New Orleans. I did walk by myself my family came down with me, and we were staying at an Airbnb, which that's a whole nother story because the guy gave us the wrong address. So at 2:30 in the morning, I'm trying to like get this lock open, which is not a good look, especially in the part of New Orleans that we were in. But anyways, it was during Mardi Gras, if you remember, the second time we were there. There parades everywhere. I'd ordered an Uber because a police officer told me, I told him where the Airbnb was, and he's like, "Don't walk there, dude. I wouldn't walk there. Don't walk there." I said, "All right, order an Uber." So I'm ordering this Uber, and the Uber is turned like 8 times, and it's headed my way, and then it turns around. And then I'm looking at my phone. Little did I know, like right next to the hotel that we were in, there was a cabaret. And they had people in the windows, but I was looking at my phone. I didn't realize what was going on. All of a sudden, I look up, and the curtain opens, and this woman steps out, and she's scantily clad. And I'm trying to see where my Uber is. Like, it was the most, like, I look up, and I was like, I had no clue. Like, what is going on? But that was New Orleans. And then the parade came by, and the Uber canceled because it couldn't get to me. So I wound up walking back to the Airbnb by myself, hoping I wasn't going to die.
Damn.
Oh my goodness.
And then, Art and I took an interesting lift. That was in DC. We went karaokeing, and we were done. We were tired, so we're like, we're gonna go back to the hotel. And we had ordered one lift, and it canceled. And then we got the second one, and it was like a movie, y'all. Like, it passed us, and she messaged us and said, "Come around the corner," and it was like this dark alley. I kid you not, it was all Hello Kitty minivan. But she had like a death skeleton thing on the steering wheel. I look at Art, I'm like, we're about to die. We are about to, Hello Kitty is going to do us in. No one will know what happened to us. And they're not going to let us into heaven because we died in a Hello Kitty minivan. It was, oh my gosh.
In a sketchy part of New Orleans.
Yeah.
No, this was in DC.
Oh, that was DC.
Oh, DC. Okay.
Yeah.
And she was this.
Oh my god.
It was a caravan, and it was a small little Asian woman, and it was like some weird music going on. And in the middle of the console of the van, she had like two big ass shears, and she had like this whole knitting thing. And I'm like, I look at him, look at each other, we're texting like, this is where we die. We're gonna get like stabbed in the neck with these shears, and Hello Kitty is gonna be the last thing that we ultimately see. And so we'll randomly text each other Hello Kitty stuff. I was at like a Burlington coat factory, and there was a desk chair in the mold of Hello Kitty, and I just sent it to him like, "Happy Friday."
Never forget.
No, here's another thing. I'm a sneakerhead. Nike Presto came out with a Hello Kitty collab, and I'm like, "Yep, I'm getting them." So I bought them. Why not?
It will protect us.
Dude, Imani, you don't even know, like, we aren't even scratching the surface on all these stories. There's like a million of them. So, yeah. Oh, I didn't know about the Hello Kitty van, the van of death. I didn't know about that.
She could have killed
You know
us.
how they say the saxophones are getting louder? They were blaring, dude. They were blaring. It was about to be a episode of, CSI or one of those shows. It was crazy.
Law and Order.
The shears and the skeleton, yes. The shears and the skeleton did not match with the Hello Kitty. And there were lights inside, too. That was the other thing.
Yep.
Well, it was like
weird.
Cash Cab. Like, it was one of those. Like, ding, ding, ding. Also, if you were a small woman driving an Uber in the middle of the city, maybe doing that and portraying yourself as a little bit unstable is maybe a defense mechanism.
It worked because
Yeah.
we got to that hotel, we about ran over each other trying to get out of that thing.
Did you give her a good tip and a good review?
We got away.
We tried to erase her from our memory, but it's still ingrained no matter what.
Yes.
I feel
Sometimes
like
at
you
night,
should
if
give
there's
her a good
thunder-
tip and a good review and to just never do.
Sometimes if it's at night, I close my eyes in a thunderstorm, I just see myself back in that van. Shit you not. Like they're making back rooms, they're making obsessed. They should make like Kitty van. And like she just invites people to her van.
If Debo drove a minivan, that's what it would look like.
Oh my goodness.
And you know Hello Kitty, the way that Hello Kitty's designed and like they have cartoons and stuff, Hello Kitty's a killer. We all know that, right? Like
Yep.
So Victor, you wanted to talk about this picture?
Hey.
Trying to unmute myself. Yeah, no. Created Mike, man. Mike with the visor.
yes.
But actually, I remember the first one I went to was in San Francisco. The first like night that they had like the little like meet and greet type of thing. Like I was just standing there and like they didn't really know. I mean, I knew people, but I didn't know people. And then I remember Creed and Art were like, "Hey, come over here," and then like nothing. We were just like hanging out and talking like most of the night. But yeah, no, it's like that's the thing that I enjoyed about it was that the Facebook group, how everybody talked to each other and like played around with each other. That by the time we finally met each other in real life, there wasn't no awkwardness. It was like if we've known each other for years. But it's funny because I took this picture with my phone, and then I didn't realize that the actual photography people took the same picture. So there's like another picture from a different angle on this one, which is kind of good. And I think this is when that great purge started, when everybody was running around grabbing stuff. Cause I remember I saw Bo pulling one of those grills. Remember there was like a company like talking to people about grills. I remember I saw Bo like had one of those and he was like walking down the hallway with it. And I thought that was like the funniest thing. But yeah, everybody was just grabbing stuff and then putting them in their bags.
That was the one when Ryobi sent like all those drills and stuff with people.
Yeah.
But you couldn't take any of the batteries on the airplane, and you couldn't exactly walk onto an airplane with the power drill. It was so bad.
Yeah.
They realized that and they were like, okay, we're gonna ship it to us. Ship it, like we'll ship it to your home. What's your address? And like, all right, cool.
And
Yeah,
then
they
never
did
get
that
any.
after I took all the stuff. I wound up giving it to my brother-in-law that lived in San Francisco. I was like, have some tools. I'm not handy anyway, so.
You remember there was one, and I can't remember where exactly it was. It might have been San Francisco, it might have been San Diego, and they had Josh Temple there, and he was doing the thing for Ream, for like Ream furnaces. And I was like, hey man, that's awesome, but furnaces are super expensive. Like, why are you? But Josh Temple was like one of the guys from HGTV. He was a pretty well-known dude, and but yeah, I just remember that being like, that's like going to like a state fair and seeing somebody like hawking like hot tubs. Like hot tub that's not an impulse purchase. That is multiple thousands of dollars. And this guy was like, hey, I'm here to talk about Ream furnaces. Great. I can't afford any of that, but yes.
So we would be remiss without mentioning this guy.
Guy Oren, man. And Dave Lesser with him.
Oh, Dave Lesser. I didn't see that when you sent it to
Dave,
me.
the running maniac.
Also, kudos to Dave, man. That guy decided to get sober and just run and do, like he really kind of turned his life around. He was really struggling, so good on him.
I met Oren at the one in Houston, and he and I just bonded right away. We went to like a dine out or people getting together to eat, and he and I were just sitting next to each other. And he was telling about the Facebook group that he started. He said there's there's a couple hundred people that are in it, and he's like, you should join. And I think we just bonded right away because we were both sort of cynical people, and also we were both like introverts, extroverts, what are they called, omnivores or something like that. So we're like extroverts around people that we're comfortable with, but introverts we're not around. And so he and I would always bond, and so I'd always kind of look for Oren whenever at the other conferences. I was always kind of look for him because I knew that he was a safe space, that he and I could sit in the back of a room somewhere and be totally comfortable around each other. And yeah, he was a great guy.
So for those who don't know, because everybody here does know, who wants the task of letting everybody know who Oren was and what he meant to us? Who wants to do that? Reed? All right.
Can I do a weird thing on that? Yeah, I'll start. So Oren wasn't the person who got me invited. Jeff Tepper, actually, who said, hey man, you should join this group. great. And I did. And then I got to know Oren through that. Now, there was a Secret Santa thing one year, and this was after Oren got diagnosed with cancer, and I got him as a Secret Santa. What the hell do you get a man who is diagnosed with terminal cancer for Christmas? Because after that Christmas, that's going to be his last Christmas. And that was really difficult because I wanted to give him stuff. And I was fortunate enough to be able to talk to his wife, Beth. And Beth said he liked being warm and comfy because he's cold all the time. So I got him slippers and a blanket and a book. And it worked out. But man, talk about, I felt like just an enormous amount of pressure over that. But woof.
We should tell everybody who he is. So what I know about Oren, I wasn't here at the origin, so I don't know that part. So I was hoping one of y'all did know that part better than me.
Sorry,
but again, for people who don't, some of us, again, we're all in the know, but we have to project out and make sure that, first of all, number one, that his legacy lives on, because I believe he is one of the founders of the group that the Dad 2.0 spurned out of. Is that the best way I can describe that, or no?
So, can I jump in? All right.
Yeah, please.
So, yeah, so he had a dad blog, and he felt like there's a lot of guys that were missing out on I think he saw he had a dad blog, and then he saw a bunch of guys get together. I think it was out in a bunch of us got together for a Dad 2.0 in at the where the Jets Giants play, and so he felt like there's a lot of guys that were missing out, that weren't getting involved in the big talking to each other and getting it out there, that who we are, what we do. And so he started the Facebook group for just dad bloggers, so that we could connect with one another, and so that we could interact with each other, we could promote each other and get to know each other. And so that's why he started the Facebook group that we're all a part of. And so when then he went to the conference and then when he went to the conference, that's really when the Facebook group just sort of exploded, because we all got on there, and that was a way for us to connect with each other and really either joke around with each other or lift each other up or share what we've been working on.
And then that group became the backbone of our bigger group and the backbone of the convention year round. So yes, we only saw each other once, but we were back in there the second we got back home. So it was just that basically it was the community that Oren built is, outside of who he was as a person, which was a sweet human. That's the legacy that he has. So, when everybody talks about our group or the Dad 2.0, it probably shouldn't be 2 seconds later that we acknowledge this guy. And so I think that the unfortunate end of the story was told. Jason and Doug, shared their feelings about Owen's unfortunate early end, which was cancer, right? That's a yes, right? Okay, cool. Just want to make sure. And that was 2018 or something like that, right? It wasn't. There were a few Dad 2.0s after Oren passed, I thought, or no?
It was right before DC, because the
first DC.
Yeah, the first DC. Because I think that's when the memorial fund was named after him.
Okay.
Because I remember in Houston, I think there were 11 of us in the Facebook group at the time. Maybe it was 15. I don't remember. It was a small group of people. But then Jason's right that in Houston, it blew up and it started to snowball. And it was really cool because you got to see people that you had been talking to, and none of us really knew about Dad 2.0 until we had gotten in this group. And Oren was amazing because he would just pull people together. That's what he did. And seeing him in person, he was soft spoken, but he would laugh, and he would listen. He was probably one of the kindest souls that you will ever meet. But yeah, he passed away. It was before the DC Dad 2, because I remember his wife came and read. He had written messages on his computer every year for his birthday, I believe, and she read the last one. Man, you talk about not having a dry eye in the place. He was witty, he was funny, he was a deep thinker. But yeah, without him, we don't. I'm not going to say that there is no Dad 2, but we don't have this brotherhood that we have.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I shouldn't say just brotherhood because we have a lot of other people that have come in. You could say it's brotherhood, sisterhood, peoplehood. Like, that's the cool thing about our convention, is that people just wanted to be a part of it. And
Yeah,
it all
and
started with Oren.
yeah, and the unfortunate part of the story for those who don't know is that I'm pretty sure Oren was not able to attend the majority of the Dad 2.0s. But what did happen, y'all, was that man was not forgotten, and he was talked about and discussed and memorialized in many ways throughout the years. And to me, that is also the character of the men that are on this panel, but the overall the men that attended um, that conference was just, I never met Oren, but the way y'all acted about him was like, wow, like it was just profound to me how much y'all cared about him, and I didn't know him. And I got that through y'all, if that makes sense. And like that was just profound to me, not even ever touching the guy, if that makes sense. Being in his space at all ever, that y'all talk about him still like that. And so yeah, thanks Doug for making sure, Doug, that picture was here. Doug did a great job about pictures. Love my
Yeah.
guy.
So
You know that.
I, I
But,
have
yeah,
a
what's
little.
up, Grace? I'm sorry.
So I have a little side story. So
Let's
Oren
go.
always wore this like hat, right? He always had this hat that he loved to wear all the time. And so after he passed away, we hiked Hadrian's Wall in England to raise money for the Camp Kesem, which is a charity
Oh,
that for kids who have a parent with a who have a terminally ill parent. And we were raising money for Camp Kesem by hiking across northern England for Hadrian's Wall. And the last day of the hike, Brent Allman pulled out that hat, and we just all melted. But yeah.
oh, okay.
I do want to say I
Yeah, but
remember getting.
so yeah, we finished the hike, and then Brent Allman, who was very close with Oren, pulled the hat out, we put it down, and we just all melted. But Oren was a great guy, and I don't think Dad 2 would have been as successful without him, because Oren connected us all.
All right. Someone else has something, and then
Victor.
Yeah, I was gonna say that I remember getting that message on Facebook from him saying that he's starting a group, and like he found our page somehow, and if we wanted to join, and then I'm like, well, what's this about? Because me always being skeptical about things. I'm like, is this like some sort of scam, whatever? And he was just telling me like, hey, I'm trying to get a whole bunch of dads that write about their families and create a group on Facebook about it, so that way we could all like share our stuff. And I'm like, cool. And then I remember probably like a couple weeks later, I got a message from him saying, "Hey, I got this brand Solstice, it's like a headphone brand that they're doing giveaways, and they need other like bloggers to participate. And if I'm interested," and I'm like, "Yeah, that would be awesome." So that was like one of our first giveaways we ever did, like on the FanDads website, and it was through him. But the funny thing is I remember one day, because I used to work at a GameStop, and we sold those headphones there. But there was one day where I was just having like a crappy day, and like I just felt like everything was just like, nothing was going as I wanted to. And this kid came in to like trade in some games, and like I wasn't paying attention, and like I just grabbed the games and I was looking, and I looked up, and he was wearing those headphones, and like it was like a weird sign, like telling me like, "Hey man, things are gonna be good. Don't worry about it." It was like just seeing those headphones made me think of Oren, and made me think that things would be better. But I remember one time when I was teaching, he messaged that he was coming to Chicago, and if we wanted to get together. But we were testing, so I couldn't take the day off. But I think like Jim Higley got together with him, and I think Ariel also like drove into town to hang out with him. And I kind of regret that I wasn't able to do that, because that would have been the first time I've ever would have met him and hung out with him, because most of the time it was just through messaging. But yeah, I mean, it's for those of us that ran, we would always do like Run for Oren, like the hashtag on our stuff or whatever. But yeah, it was just weird. Like it's weird how you meet people online and you just converse with them, even though if you never met them, and then like how when they leave it really affects you. Because I remember reading that post from his wife that he passed, and it was like I just broke down, and I was like, I've never met him, I never hung out with him, and it's just like how how you really connect with people that you don't know through online. And I think that's one of the great things with this is like a lot of us got to know each other and got me to hang out with each other. So I'm glad I've had that opportunity to like hang out with a lot of you guys and talk to you guys. But yeah, Oren is like, he's always on the back of my mind every time something comes up. I'm like, things will be good. I know it. I just got to like think positive about things.
So Darren, thank you for that, Victor. Darren, you have some pictures here you want to comment on. The first one I'm gonna put up, I think the one, or maybe I'm wrong, but this is the one I want you to comment on the most, actually.
Yeah, that. So when we talk about Dad 2.0, my little 2 cents is, other than finding community, and thanks Creed, by the way, it's because of his introduction to City Dads and everything that got me to this place. We always hear the narratives of fathers not being what they're supposed to be, and especially Black fathers. So this was my first one in DC, and we didn't get a chance to get everybody, but for me, to get this picture and to blast it in all my social medias at the time, to show people what fatherhood was about, it was epic to me. It meant the world, and I didn't feel alone, and I felt like I had a comfortable space more than anything. But this picture here was, now being in the group, seeing more, doing more, it just spoke volumes, and it gave me a reason to shout out more about fatherhood, because I was able to minimize what people said about us as fathers, especially Black fathers, and all that kind of stuff. So that is one of my favorite of all time pictures. I think we look pretty cool on that.
This picture,
taking that photo was hilarious.
I
remember laughing a whole lot because we couldn't get people where they were supposed to be. And there was all kinds of shenanigans and jokes, but to see that go down, and there were some people that we couldn't get in because we couldn't find, but that was important. And to see that it was important to the community, not just the people in that picture, that meant a lot too. So that was a big deal.
Greg got that R&B pose, that R&B record pose down there on the flow. That was dope, man. That was dope. But that picture means I know obviously the Pewter brothers we keep in touch with. I don't know where some of them are, but for Image with TV, it does, doesn't it?
It does, but man, what a good! I'd watch that TV show.
It means that means a great deal, and that was my highlight of. That was my first. DC was my first. I only got a chance to go to 3, but DC was my first.
Zach way in the back doing the whole.
I am Zach. Hear me roar, type of thing. Yeah. So yeah, that was there, and I think that wasn't at the end of the conference. I can't remember though. That wasn't at the end of the conference. I think that was doing something different.
It was I think it was the Dad2 group, or
it was right before the photographer was leaving.
Yeah, this is the City Dads group, I think. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Shout out to City Dads. I don't know what's happening with them now, but shout out.
Darren got another one here for you. Let's remove that. And what do we got here? Got this one.
Jason Kravitz.
Yeah, I got a chance to be interviewed by him. I still got that somewhere on YouTube. So of course Creed was in the picture because he was the one I knew the most. I can't remember who the guy is in the back. Who's that, y'all? Y'all know who that is in the back?
I don't know. Who's that guy? What's that goofy hat he's wearing?
With the Argyle. We look so much younger now.
Oh man. No gray hair.
2016, 10 years.
It's been a while, man. Yes. It's been a while.
That guy would not have needed a shot after doing TRX.
Right.
Also, notice the gray we all have. Like, Darren, your beard is fucking great. Creed, your shit is like, hey, give me that gray awesomeness. And I'm just like, good thing. And this is going to sound goofy. As a white guy, gray looks fine on me. There is something really fine as a very heterosexual male about a black guy with a gray beard. Just like, Jesus, man, I can't pull that off. Why are you making me feel bad? Stop doing that. I can't do that.
I used to tell people I had this young lady was like, she's like, that's nice, Gray. I said, well, it's just stress and wisdom or whatever. She's like, no, baby, that's the Silver Fox Club. I was like, oh, okay. There you go. I'm in the Silver Fox Club. There you go.
Silver Fox Club.
Yes, sir.
Darren, you want this is another one?
Yeah, Holderness. Y'all remember when he came in DC, and I still remember what was the Periscope? Remember Periscope, y'all? I have an interview with him when we were on a bus. What's his name? Ryan, I think it was somebody else from Columbus and somebody else. They were doing my lighting with their phones, and we interviewed him. We were on our way to some type of museum. So it was a pretty cool meet for me. One of my, we always saw him and his wife do their videos and everything, and to get a chance because we were actually sitting next to each other. So that was cool for me, little fanboy, something like that. Meeting somebody of his stature at that point in time. So it was pretty cool. He probably don't know who I am from Adam now, but we got memories.
Darren, what about meeting someone of this?
That one picture that you showed just a bit ago with when I was in the Argyle and the Superman hat. The guy in the back, shout out Nate Turner, raising Superman's dad.
Yes.
He's a guy that's local here. That picture that we took with all of the Black bloggers, podcasters, personnel, people, his son was in that picture, which was really cool. Yeah. Now, here's the story that I'll tell you about him that was really eye-opening to me. We were going to the Lucas office.
Lucasfilm.
Yeah, Lucasfilm office. It was in San Francisco, and he wasn't going to go because his son wasn't there yet. He hadn't gotten there yet. I'm like, you're going to skip going to, he's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm going to wait for my son to get here. And it just kind of reemphasized priorities to me. You know, to me, it was like a once in a lifetime type opportunity. My kids weren't there, so I wasn't thinking about that. But for him, his focus was on his son getting in town. And I always thought that was cool. And the name of his site is Raising Superman. He's not the Superman, his kid is. And I thought that was cool.
So Darren, what do you say about meeting someone of this stature?
The best in the world. Let me tell you about this dude. This dude right here. He was now I gotta be honest.
Oh fuck.
No, really. I mean, there were a lot of people. I mean, you guys have been there. Again, this was my very first one. I was on the panel for something. I don't even remember. I knew Creed and the gentleman I came with that at the time was doing City Dads with me here in Cleveland. But there are a few people who just really went out their way. They talked, they ingratiated themselves. And I got to say, Greg was one of those dudes, man. An instant hit off, instant hit off. And you made me comfortable. I mean, yeah, I can talk to anybody, do anything, everything. But, even if you're even with my personality, being in a new place sometimes, it's like, you kind of feel out of place until you find your way. Greg was one of the people that helped me find my way there. I'll never forget that. It's a good thing, Greg, see?
Okay.
Yeah. With your little happiness, and you was helping me a little bit here. It was all good.
Yeah, Darren.
So wait, he went out of his way to talk to you, but then didn't speak to you in Cleveland?
Yes. Now you see how I feel. Now you see how I feel. So now you see how validated I am.
Anybody want to talk about Juneteenth? Just
we absolutely should, but I'm not the person to do it. That's for sure.
Hell yeah, you're the person to do it. It's a national federal American holiday. All Americans can talk about.
My company didn't get a day off.
Well, you got to work with your racist corporation. It's not my fault. I mean, we all got to deal with those racist corporations, right? I mean, they're all everywhere, right? Anyway,
Carl used to celebrate Juneteenth.
That's one of the struggles I've had. Y'all remember, was it last week, Doug? I went off on 270 breweries in Wisconsin about how none of them have even remotely, in my opinion, even looked at brewing a People's Brewing beer. Now, People's Brewing is the first Black-owned brewery in the States, but it's also in Wisconsin, right, y'all? So it's interesting that no one wants to touch that history specifically, but they'll run over fucking barrels to fucking buy Schlitz, y'all. And that's Wisconsin history. But they'll sell that out, but they don't care about People's. And there's a strain here, and that's why I'm bringing it around. When I'm asked these brewers about why they don't do a People's beer, I'm not Black. And respectfully, Doug, you just did the same thing with Juneteenth, saying, well, I shouldn't be the one to start the conversation. Well, when it's straight up history, y'all, it's fucking history. And it's for everybody to talk about. And especially when it's a fucking federal holiday of this goofy ass country, all of y'all white people should be talking about it. Like, ALL. In fact, Y'all should be the first ones to talk about it. Think about it. Think about it. Shouldn't be respectfully on us. And it shouldn't be on me to tell y'all that y'all should celebrate People's Brewing in Wisconsin because it's everyone's history here, y'all. It's everyone's history. It's just weird. When it's Black history, it becomes something weird that it's not weird. It's a word that starts with R. It's clear. And on Juneteenth, I kind of feel that should be really the discussion is why, and I love my co-host to death. So y'all know I'm not coming at him on this. I'm absolutely enthralled with my state of Wisconsin when it comes to beer. I haven't talked about that. That's my thing. That's what's been going on. It's a thing that has been building for years. It feels like it's coming to a point to where it's breaking out. It's wonderful and great. But I'm pretty sure I'm about to use my platform to call out all these breweries. And I think after that, all hell's going to break loose. But I don't think I care. Because I think history, and talking about Black history, is everyone's subject. And today is the best day to talk about that. And I certainly did not prepare this. I certainly didn't feel like I was going to have this part to say. But I love my co-host. Thanks for setting me off like he does, and he's done classically for 7 years. Y'all watch it. Y'all see it. It's when it's great, when it works, it's fucking cinema. Because y'all know I talk a lot of shit in the fucking, threads, and sometimes here on Friday, I'm like, that's cool. Let's just have a good Friday. But no, not on Juneteenth. So I don't know if anybody wants to jump off on what I just said or share your Juneteenth experience as someone who, for the most part, probably found out about it 2 seconds ago. And that's not on any of y'all. That's on this system that we were placed in. And gripping with that, y'all, should be part of what we have to do as people together to fix this bullshit. Because if the majority of these people here in this panel have not known about Juneteenth 5 years ago, that is a humongous problem. And because I'm sitting here with some of the most diverse, well thought out, well spoken, well educated people that you could get yourself around, y'all. So that's really the state of where we're at. And we just need to move forward, especially with the whole Juneteenth, that this is America's holiday. It's not just a Black people thing. I'm excruciatingly tired of that, to be honest with you. Is it about Black people? Fuck yeah, it is. Is it a Black people thing, though? It certainly shouldn't be. Because apparently it was up to 5 years ago. So I think part of the moving forward is to act like Juneteenth is every other fucking day. Give people off. Give people paid like Doug, who's paid on every other fucking holiday. And just going forward like that. So actually, Darren, I'll let you be the one to follow that, and everybody else can follow. I don't know if anybody wants to, but there you go. I mean, it's a setup for everybody.
To sum it up, allies. We need allies, and that's the bottom line. Because there are just some things that can't be or won't be heard unless somebody else says it. You know how our kids act. We can tell them don't do this, do that, and one of their friends be like, "Oh, you should do this." "Oh yeah, I'm gonna do it. Yeah. Same thing about this type of issues. The people that were giving the people about it, they were white folks, and I was appreciative of that because it lends a voice because we can scream to the mountaintop and nobody wants to hear. But when somebody in your own circle says the things, they hear. That first Dad 2.0 we were talking about race issues, and I believe it was Chris. Isn't he? He's a teacher, isn't he? Like a school board now, school board something now. I can't. He got his blog, but he asked, "How can we, when we go back home, how can we deal with the issues of race in this?" I'm like, talk to your neighbors. I don't need you to go march for me. I don't need you to do this for me. I need you to go to your churches where you feel comfortable. And when somebody says, this Black History thing, we just love everybody. You tell them no. Why Black History should be Black History, and go. Be an advocate for us. If you do that in your uncomfortable spaces, because we're comfortable all the time, but we handle it. If you do that, things have changed. So with Juneteenth and everything else, you got people talking about, I'm going to work on Juneteenth. It ain't a holiday. Whatever. When I was in a steel mill, I worked all my holidays because I got time and a half. You ain't gonna take my money away from me. I work today because like I said earlier, everybody wanted to pay somebody Black, so pay my Black behind so I can get some food on my table. There we go. It's all good, but the whole point is just to understand that America has a crazy relationship when it deals with people of color. I don't care what and how you say. All we want you to do is to understand it, and let's just move forward and fix it. Ain't nobody trying to get back. People think, oh, if we find out, they're gonna try to get us back. Nah, man, we just want things to run like it should be. So let's move forward. Let's take Let's take the Band-Aid off. Let's do the surgery. Let's get out the stuff. We weren't the perfect country. Our country wasn't built, and it ain't great. It ain't been great for a long time, but it can be. So, and it can be if we put in the diversity that we have. We all got bodies. My feet can't do my hands job. My arm can't do my legs job. My eyes can't do my nose job. That didn't sound right. But anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, right?
So, Darren, Zach directed a question to me. I want to see if you have an opinion on it. And then I'll give my 2 cents on it. But it was a response to what I said about white people, acknowledging Juneteenth as what it is, which is a federal holiday. And I noted too, a bunch of white people made it a federal holiday. Oh, right. Okay, cool. So
I don't think that should.
It's for all white people, just so they know that. Actually,
yeah, I don't. We have. Trust me,
Aaron.
Yeah. Black folks got their own spaces, so it's fine. You know what I'm saying? You may not be able to come to the cookout, but you can come to a Juneteenth celebration. It's all good. It's a national holiday, and we are one nation, correct? So they don't have to stay home. They can come in and celebrate. Obviously, if they have the intent and know what it's about. We don't need nobody to come in here, and then sabotage and stuff, of course. But if you are understanding why you got the day off, why it's an important day for people of color and Black folks in America, come on. Because again, it's an American holiday. American holiday. And it should be. Everybody doesn't want to talk about, with slavery and this because they don't want their kids to feel bad. Why don't you talk about the white people that helped? Why don't you talk about the abolitionists and they can be like them? Why don't you talk about the people who were sympathetic to our cause and helping the Underground Railroad? Why don't you talk about the people who helped us get out of, slavery, who helped us pass the Civil Rights Bill, who helped us do that? Yeah, that part happened, but you don't have to be in that side of history. You could be on the right side. You can be a help. You can be a fellow American. You can be a neighbor if you do things correctly. So, when people talk about, I don't want my kids' feelings hurt, you don't. First of all, it's baloney, but there's other stuff to talk about and that you can do. But no, they don't have to stay home, but they can give you the money though.
I agree pretty much with everything you said about this. Keep Black spaces Black. Well, Black people mostly kindly tell y'all where y'all welcome and where y'all not, like Darren says. So, y'all know where to go and what to do. I think y'all know I think, and how to handle it. But again, treating it like every other holiday is just that low barometer that I want us to have, because I will fast forward you to 9 days ahead where it'll be America is the best thing since sliced bread on top of ice cream. So we're gonna go from the fucking like, wow, we all fucked up and we're pretty fucked up, to wearing fucking onesies of American flags and all that, right? So it really does transition really fast and, in my opinion, gross in 9 days. But and again, it's a holiday. We shut down. Everybody gets paid. You better not be trying to do anything on July 4th ever, besides inviting people over and having beer. So, whatever, y'all go. So that's what I got for that. All right.
Yeah, I mean,
good luck following this.
I'm gonna try, but I think the biggest thing is like
you're the best one to try, honestly.
I've seen
you're just great.
I've seen people talk like online, be like, "Oh, why is this a holiday? Like, I'm still getting my mail. I'm still getting like the banks are open." No, they're not. Like, you can put all the narratives you want, and for the people who are white who understand or try to understand what it is to be black in America. When another white person will say something about Juneteenth or something about rights, or they already have, February, like, what does it matter? It's like, well, let's just take a look at what's going on, right? Those are the time, like, you don't have to tell someone of color, be like, hey man, I love you, happy Juneteenth. You talk to the people who are like, I don't understand why we're having this holiday. Like, all right, read a book, do something, understand what's going on, and try and see why we need to have this day. And then kind of go from there and be like, all right, why are we having this day? And then you're gonna have people like, just especially now with the media, where it's like just putting extremes and trying to like separate people. For the most part, man, like, you just try and be caring, you try and be understanding of someone other than yourself. Like for me, when I interview, especially NFL athletes, when I interview them, they come through a locker room, all different types of backgrounds, all types of different things that they've experienced. And they see like, oh my God, these are stereotypes. And like, they are trying to win the Super Bowl. Maybe not the Browns, but they're trying to win the Super Bowl. All the other teams are trying to win the Super Bowl, right? And you have, I'm just messing around, but like, you have them understand like, hey, we got to do this together. And they start to have these conversations in the locker room. And I think that's powerful as shit. So like, once you take the time and learn and understand where people's background from, take away the stupid stereotypes and understand like, hey, these people, bleed the same color I do. These people breathe the same oxygen that I'm looking for. Then you can be like, hey, let's just try and, like, when you have a certain goal and you have a certain thing that like you're all coming together for one purpose, that's what it should be about. And if you are that dumb and like posting stupid crap about Juneteenth and be like all these other things, and like, you're just an idiot and you're showing like how stupid you are. It's the time to take a sense of like, all right, why are we doing this? If you really want to know, read up on it and then support people. And if you see someone bashing Juneteenth, be like, do you know why they're doing this? Do you know what's going on? Again, I'm just sharing like my viewpoints on this, but it's just the idea of like, you can be advocates in so many different ways, where you don't have to be like the white hero that you see in like different movies and all this other stuff, but you can be ways of like finding to be a good advocate. And you don't have to showcase what you're doing. You can just act in silence and help people that might not know you're helping them, but you're doing it just so you can move the generations to come being like, hey, let's celebrate Juneteenth. Let's like all do this together. Sorry, I'll get off right now.
No reason to apologize for that. Anybody else have a comment? Want to wade into this? No white heroes to step up, Doug?
White saviors. I'll be honest, I didn't really know much about this.
I think like if I'll be your white hero representative here. No, I just think like every white family has that one racist uncle, like that racist family member, like, and usually I think in the past, you were like, you're like, oh, that's just, drunk, stupid ass uncle, racist uncle, right? And you like roll your eyes, say like, and then, but like, I think now, like, you gotta step up to that racist family member and say, you're a fucking idiot, like, and you're the problem with the country right now. And so I think one, you have to like step up to those family members and friends who are just racist idiots. Like, if you have a friend in this day and age, and you're a white guy, and you have a racist white friend, cut that friendship off. Like, you point out there, like, what the fuck is the matter with them? And then you cut them off. If they can't like see their own issues, same thing with the family member. Like, there might be some racist uncle that taught you how to throw a football or a baseball, whatever. So you're connected to that person, but then they reveal their ugly insides. And so like you gotta say like, this is who you are, this is who I am, and I don't want you influencing me or my kids. And so I think the first thing you gotta do is just cut out the people. Cut the people. There's so much negativity in the world. You don't need that racism in your life. So like I'm just, I'm speaking to white people here. And like the second thing, like if and like if you're a parent, like I think if you're like a white parent, white dad, it's like you gotta like branch your kids out. Like you can't just like show them like white history. Like you just can't. You have to branch out. That's why like years ago I took my kids on a civil rights road trip because there are certain things that I just can't help them to feel, right? Like there's certain things that I just don't know, like, and so like I needed to take them on this trip so they could see and hear the voices of other people because I can say like these people are horrible that said this and did this, but I can't like share feelings, right? Like I can't share someone's feelings. Like I can say how they felt, but I can't like say, I can't portray it accurately. So it was important for me to like like not everybody needs to do that. Not everybody needs to go on like a civil rights road trip. But every major city in the world has, a museum that shows either black art or African American history or something. And so I think if you're a white parent, you have to take your white kids to see another point of view and to see other things. And I think if we can do that, then we're not going to be raising that racist uncle or that racist cousin or that racist friend, 20 years down the road.
And just to piggyback off of that real quick, and we have to know how to combat, or you have to know how to combat things like, well, why is it just their history we got to learn? Why is this that? And we have other nationalities here. That's when you really have to get into the nitty gritty. Well, you know how you want to buy a game off the internet for your PS5. That's how they did people. That's how they did black folks. They bought them. Nobody else in this country was done that way. What do you think would have happened to me if somebody would have just busted my house and take me out of the house and leave you and your mother alone, or you and your sister alone? That's what they did to them. They came to where they was living, took them away from their families, and brought them other places. Sometimes you just have to make the rubber meet the road because there's no other way to say it. It is what it is. When somebody gets divorced, why y'all get divorced? Well, we didn't like each other very much no more. We sucked. You tell the truth. No difference here. And because there's no reason and there's no way that we can heal unless we have to deal with what we had to deal with. So just keep y'all in your funkin' Wagners because well, it was why the black history, why this, why that. This is why. This is why. No other everybody else, people, they're trying to teach you we're immigrants. We're not immigrants. We were brought over here. We were enslaved. There's totally different things. You just got to tell the truth. And the truth, you'd be surprised how some family members and how your children and other people take that. I'm starting to have those conversations with my son now at 10 years old. A little bit older, but now he understands what I'm saying. So
Yeah, I have to say, piggybacking off of Darren, that education is often a great medicine. It helps you see things that you don't see. Um, I'm lucky to live in the DC area, and the African American Museum downtown is an eye-opening experience. Um, it starts you right at slavery, and you learn about what African Americans have gone through over decade, centuries, to the kind of treatment that they had, the kind of hardships that they went through. When I went, there were people there that just it was such a quiet place because you were immersed in an experience that many people can never really truly understand. And there were actually people crying in some of the exhibits because of what they were sort of forced to realize about that time period. But then it becomes a reflection of the things that contributed to this nation came from African Americans. So much of our art and our culture and the things that we take for granted on a daily basis came from them, came from their innovations, their ingenuity, their willingness to continue to try and live a better life after what their ancestors were put through. And it's really sad to me today to see that there's so much struggle in people realizing those things and trying to break through the disinformation and the communicate, like the echo chambers that people live in now. It's such a difficult thing to break through. And if we can break through even with something as small as and it's not small, an exhibit like that, that's a starting point. And hopefully more people take advantage of those opportunities to actually learn something and realize what something is about. Then it's just it's just a holiday, I get off, whatever. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm going to bow because I am fading. I'm on a million meds. But guys, thanks for joining us, and I really appreciate it. And I look forward to the show every year because we get to reminisce, but also talk about a lot of different things that we don't get to very often. So thank you very much for being on. I wish I was in better health and I could actually hear out of both ears. That would be very nice. But you guys, yeah. So anyway, you guys take care. Love you all. And I'll catch you next year on the flip side, whatever. So
love you.
Get rid of that shit, Doug.
Love you, Doug.
Cheers.
Feel better, man.
Get rid of that shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Take care, dog. Had to tell.
Ask it away. What they spell it up? What do they say? What do witches do? Okay. Yeah.
Nobody knows, Greg. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows about witches.
No.
All right. Any final thoughts on Juneteenth, and we'll move along. All right. Well. All right.
Yes, sir.
Take us somewhere. Take us somewhere silly. Have you seen the So where you at with the movies? Have you seen the and I know Victor's gonna come in here. Look, here we go. I'm just gonna break it down. What's going on with the Star Wars franchise? Star Wars franchise, respectfully, can't even outdo some like third world horror movies off YouTube. So let's discuss this, y'all. Let's get to it. All right, is there a problem with Star Wars? Is it not hitting? Again, why are like these like YouTube horror movies outdoing Star Wars? That's wild to me. So you would be the one to address that, and we can jump off on, whatever y'all. Anybody else watching movies, all that, but address the Star Wars because it needs to be addressed.
Yeah, I appreciate you giving me the Star Wars, spotlight, and I'll give it in a second. And also too, like I kind of want to showcase my movies after the Star Wars rant, and then like I can go into Victor and what he's doing because he does such a great job. But just like politics in America, Star Wars has become one of the worst fandoms. I know that Jonathan is a Star Trek guy, and it's like Star Trek fandom is where Star Wars fandom should be, where you can like certain things of the whether the reboots or the original Star Trek movies, something like that. But like Star Wars is so freaking politically like divided now. It's like either you're like such a supporter for Star Wars or you hate Star Wars because it has all these different things. And Kathleen Kennedy ruined it and Disney ruined it. Here's the thing. Back in the day, like you had the original trilogy and that was it. And then you had certain books that you would read, and it was like, all right, cool. Now we are just with everything, with all the content, we are inundated with so much Star Wars. And there are certain shows, I think during the pandemic, that got either had to be rewritten, or the special effects were working on not just Star Wars and Lucasfilm projects, but they were working on Marvel because it was under the Disney umbrella. And you had so many different things. And then if someone didn't like the way that a character was developed, it's like, oh, they're trying to be woke, like woke wars or Star Wars woke wars or whatever. And then for other things, it's like it's really good, but then people are like going back and forth. So it's just I look at it, or maybe I'm a Star Wars not apologist, but like I appreciate everything. Like my youngest and I went to go see Mandalorian and Grogu. People are like, oh, there was no story arc, there was this, there was not that. I'm like, it was a longer version of the Mandalorian Grogu, the Mandalorian show you would see on Disney Plus. But it was like seeing in the big screen. I was cool with it. I had fun, and that's all it was. Like, I'm not expecting like Oscar-winning performances by the Mandalorian, who's like actually characterized by 3 different people. Like Pedro does the voice, obviously does the thing with like the acting when his face is off. When the mask is off and all that. And then I think sometimes when people are being like Star Wars, like pro Star Wars, they'll go super into it. It's like, all right, did you like you saw like with Mandalorian Grogu, like people are like, this is my 8th showing at the movie theater. I'm like, in this economy, you're going to the movies 8 times in a row to see the same movie. I'm like, how are you doing that? So there's that. I'll get off my Star Wars rant. I just think like if you like it, cool. If you don't like it, well, you're gonna like just yell about it on social media. But I'm like, I appreciate what Star Wars is doing. But one of my favorite movies so far this year was Project Hail Mary, because it talks about like human friendships, loneliness, all of these different things. My youngest and I, besides seeing Mandalorian and Grogu, we saw Predator Badlands, which I freaking loved. We saw Mortal Kombat 2, which was more of like what you'd see in the video game. And then I took my dad when I went to New Hampshire, who hasn't been to a movie theater in ages. I was able to take him and see Master Universe, and it transported me to when I was a kid watching this, like in the 80s. Like, if you've seen the movie, there were certain parts I'm like, oh, they're making fun of themselves. Like, that's great. So I just appreciate all the different things that was going on. I know that Victor was saying Andor is fantastic. Andor is fantastic. You don't even have to like Star Wars. You can kind of see what's going on in this political climate to be like, oh my God, this is super relatable. So those are like, I really enjoyed Predator Badlands, Mortal Kombat 2, Master of the Universe, Mandalorian, Grogu for what they were. But like holistically, a movie that was like speaks to where we are right now is Project Hail Mary.
Wow. Victor, you got to follow that one up. Good luck.
All right, Victor.
Definitely. No, you know what? Speaking of what Art was saying about Star Wars and like the political thing about it, this yesterday was the opening of the Barack Obama Library here in Chicago, and there's this post from this guy on Instagram. Let me try to pull it up real quick. But he runs like a black owned clothing line, and they did a line just on the minorities in Star Wars, and they got a lot of flack about it. They're like, why are you just highlighting these characters, blah blah blah. And he was like, because this is the representation that we want. This is my brand, and this is what I'm putting out there. And while he was at the ceremony, he knew Melanie Hobbs, who is George Lucas's wife, and she introduced him to George Lucas. So I don't know if you guys can see this real quick, but that's a picture of both of them together. And like he said that George Lucas like talked to him about fascism in Star Wars. And like, this is a pretty cool quote that he said. He says, anybody who thinks Star Wars isn't political doesn't actually understand Star Wars. And that's the truth. I mean, all these people just want to see a certain version of it, which they probably didn't understand when they first watched it years ago. Because I know I didn't think about it that way when I watched it when I was young. But as I'm older now, I'm like, oh, okay, I kind of see what, you know, these similarities to our real world. And that's why I still enjoy it. I mean, I just enjoy the stories. Like Art said, when I went to see Mandalorian, I saw it with Gil, and afterwards we were just like, it wasn't the greatest thing ever, but it was a lot of fun. And I think that's what we enjoyed it. And then, so when we did our little review, Gil was just like, Star Wars is back. And we're just like joking about it because it was fun. And that's what Star Wars always was for us when we were little. But yeah, I did enjoy that one. Project Hail Mary, yeah, I definitely agree with Art. That's like one of those movies that it just, I remember when I walked out, and I think I mentioned this to you, Greg, before, is like when we go to the screeners, like the PR people are out there and they ask you for a quote, like, you know, so that way they could send it to the studios and then maybe those will go on the posters or whatnot. But they asked me what I thought about it. And like the only thing that came out of my mind was like life affirming. I mean, that's how I felt walking out of that movie. I'm like, I just felt like everything will be good. But recently, yeah, I saw Masters of the Universe yesterday with my wife and my son, and my wife had a huge smile at I don't want to spoil it, but there's a certain character introduced at the very end. And then she was just like, because hopefully, and then I just read that even though the movie's not doing good, they're still going to go ahead with a sequel. So I'm excited about that. And then also too, you know, there's so much in that movie that reminded me of the television show and just seeing it when I was young. And I think it was such a fun movie. So I'll definitely say that. One movie that I've been talking a lot about is The Furious, which is an action movie that is just balls to the wall insane. I mean, if you want to go see something where you just, from the beginning, as soon as it starts, it's nonstop action, go see that one. It is just intense. I mean, the fight scenes on that, I'm surprised nobody got hurt or killed because it just looks really cool. And there's this big 5 versus 5 fight at the end. And it's just like, man, from what I read, it took them, I think, like a month and a half just to film it because there's so much going on in that 5 people fighting at the same time. It's just like camera angles and everything. But one movie that I do want to talk about that is perfect for today and for this Father's Day weekend that just came out on Netflix is a movie called The Color Book. I saw this, I think, I want to say 2 years ago at a festival, and it like disappeared. I'm like, did anybody pick this up? It's such a beautiful movie, and it's about a father. It's a African-American father who's trying to take his son who has Down syndrome to a Dodgers game. And then it's like the voyage from leaving the house just to getting to the game, like everything that goes wrong that shouldn't, and then just him trying to you know, keep his son's spirits high. Like, we're gonna see this game no matter what happens. We're gonna go to get to this game, and it's such a beautiful movie. I can't think of the main actor right now, but I've seen him in a lot of stuff. But I remember I watched it at home, and then I was just like in tears watching it because it's just like I said, it's perfect for Father's Day because it's what this dad is just trying to do to make his son have a good time and to take him to see something that, you know, that he knows is going to be like a core memory for him. But that's on Netflix right now, which is, I'm glad that Netflix put it out. So that's one. And then another one that's on Netflix that I want to say, it's a documentary too. It's called Daughters. And I don't know if you've seen that one, but I mean, that one, I'm going to say, be prepared to cry, because it's about a prison system that does a dad-daughter dance like once a year, but like the inmates have to apply to be part of this program. And then so it's like the whole documentary is like they have to go to classes leading up to the dance, and then once they go to the dance, it's like, you know, the city like funds the children and helps them get dressed up and everything, and then just so that have that moment together. But yeah, it's one of those that I remember I saw it with my daughter, and we were just like the entire theater was just in tears watching it. But it's a really great documentary. But like I said, I mean, there's a lot that I've been watching lately that I'm trying to just like to write about and keep up with. But if I would say right now, Toy Story 5 is a fun one. Definitely go watch The Furious and Masters of the Universe. But if you want to stay home and watch something, Color Book, I say, would be my choice for this weekend. And if for Star Wars stuff, I'm going to say Maul, the animated series. That was just, it's like you want to hate this guy, but yet you feel sorry for him, which is interesting because he's a bad guy. But yeah, those are my 2 cents.
Darren, you have things to say about Star Wars, I think.
Man, I don't care what nobody says. I love my Star Wars. Grew up with them, had every type of character, the Death Star, Millennium Falcon, Land Speeder, X-Wing Fighter, all of that. And see how some of it gets like, whatever. It ain't the best writing anymore. I get it, but it's entertaining. It's just something I don't have to think about. And like you said, with the Mandalorian, like y'all said, it's a longer, it's about an hour and a half worth of TV show. But it was action packed. I mean, it was fast moving. I didn't get bored. Action packed. I love it. And who doesn't love Grogu? I mean, where my Grogu? I mean, who doesn't love this? But so no, I big picture there. There we go. See who doesn't? So I'm one of those guys. I don't think the quality is the best what it used to be. I mean, I loved Kenobi. I love Andor. I didn't like Solo, but I still watched. There you go. See, but I still watched it.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm still I'm still a fan.
Everybody's getting their Star Wars stuff.
I'm still a fan. I mean, what do you want from me? What do you want from me? I'm still a fan. So, I took
Darren is being force choked there by Vader. There he goes.
This was supposed to be this was supposed to be somebody's, but I kept it. I was like, oh, this would be good for such and such. And I was like, no, he too little. So I kept it.
Oh, that's great.
They can't appreciate. And of course, since they're back. Got my Woody. He sits with me over by the light in every interview. There you go. Put him back sitting down. There you go.
JHG, do you want to chime in on the Star Wars war? Oh, so actually, really summing up real quick. What I heard, Art, was that like the toxic nature around Star Wars fans is hurting it at the box office, right? Is that what I heard?
Yeah, I feel like there's just so many agendas right now. And there's just trying to be like you're either a Star Wars fan or you're a Star Wars hater, and it just turns into politics. Like, are you on the right side of Star Wars? You're on the left side of Star Wars? What's going on?
Wait.
And it's annoying.
Wait, so we've crippled this whole shit with a bunch of politics and not just enjoying it on the surface of what it is, like we used
Weird,
to?
right?
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
Fictional characters.
Okay.
Fictional characters all of a sudden get
Okay.
politicized.
Okay.
Weird, right?
I listen. I was a big fan. I kind of just dipped out, not intentionally, if that makes sense. Family, kids, other things happen, right? So I haven't really dipped back in. So I feel it's kind of like oh my God, like I feel overwhelmed. Where should I start? I missed some things. Oh my God, start here, start there. The trilogy. Oh my God, it just feels like a mess. There's all kinds of fucking like TV shows, Andor, this, that, the Grogu. Should I see the fucking show before the Grogu movie? Should I just go?
You don't have to see that at all. If you want to go see the movie, go.
Well, my
see
point
it.
is that it's intimidating, all of it. Like, but I want to jump back in, and I just want people to be I just want people to have fun with Star Wars. I thought that's what it was supposed to be, is fucking fun. Y'all have made it some like chore or something, it seems like, and that is weird. So
Daniel's right. He said a lot use the acolyte to further their hateful rhetoric. Not gonna lie, like I want Jonathan to weigh in because obviously I really appreciate his opinion, but just quickly, like, you don't have to see the Mandalorian series to enjoy the movie, and then also too, if you're gonna watch anything Star Wars related, like Victor said and I said, Andor is the way to go.
I agree with Art there. Andor, like, so for the Star Trek fan in me, I feel a little bit of what Greg is saying because it feels like Star Wars is spreading itself thin. They're just trying to do so many things, and they do so many different things that they're stretching out a good idea, and just it's starting to crack a little bit. It's starting to get pulled apart. Andor is one of those few things in there that I did watch, and the reflection of who we are as people now, it seeps of that. It doesn't matter that it's part of the Star Wars it could be anywhere. The fact that it's in the Star Wars universe is actually highly appealing to me because it creates another layer of the story, which is great. But yeah, I think they've spread themselves too thin, and the fact that you've got the infighting about the sides, it's like, really, guys, it's entertainment. It's just entertainment, and if you're getting that hell bent on it, you've got other issues you got to deal with. Seriously, do. Star Trek is in a weird place right now because there's nothing in actual, like, there's one show they're finishing the production on, but basically they're not doing any new Star Trek anytime soon. So there's like this vacuum going on where fans want more, but there's nothing to see. Although they've got, so there's 2 more seasons of Strange New Worlds, which is fantastic Star Trek television. It harkens back to telling one-off stories, and they really push the envelope. They've actually got an episode coming up where they do puppets. So all the characters are puppets. I don't know how they're going to pull it off. They did a musical show, and they pulled that one off. To see K-pop Klingons was just insane,
bro. I play that episode every time, and that one ending when they just go in, I'm like, yes, I turn it on. I'm like, yes,
it's amazing, so amazing. But so they have like a season and a half left before they don't do anything else, which is going to be sad. But there's kind of weird Star Trek infighting itself. The original crew is better than this crew, and this is stop. You're talking about a franchise that built itself off of having a beautiful, prosperous future that didn't rely on all the things that you are fighting about right now. Stop it. It's always been, I've always been attracted to Star Trek in that particular, frame of mind, that you really are looking beyond the color of skin and the person's, the fact that aliens are just a part of the mix, it's helpful. But it's going to be sad because they've really created a good show out of characters, some characters that were new and some that were just small characters in the very beginning of the whole franchise. They've really created a great sort of lead up to when Kirk would be captain and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, they should have. Starfleet Academy was a mess. It was an unfortunate mess. It was hard to get into for me. The characters were a little too angsty. I mean, great cast, great actors, but just the story was kind of hard to sink into. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Anyway,
No, that's cool.
that's my spiel.
I was actually gonna start to look the rap here, but before we did, I wanted to ask what y'all won for Father's Day, and what are y'all actually doing for Father's Day? If that makes sense. I think it does make sense to fathers. I don't know, Darren, what you got? What you doing for Father's Day, and is that what you want to do?
I of course I am will be in service in the morning, and after this I'm gonna have to split. I just got a little text from my wife talking about I haven't seen you all day, sir, so I'm gonna dip after this. We're gonna service and I'm gonna go see my dad. You know, I don't know, we cooked for him last year. Cook for mission. For me, I don't really need nothing. I don't really want nothing. I mean, what I really want is I want pictures with all my grandkids. I do want that.
Okay.
And we are working on getting that. So we're going to do that with a big, family generational, especially since my parents are still here. I want to get all those pictures, our family, then, the kids' family and all that kind of wonderful stuff. That I would say is what I want. I've been wanting that for some time, especially before, and hopefully before, well, at least while my parents are still here. I say that while my parents are still here. And other than that, man, because tomorrow I'm sleeping. I had a long week. I'm sleeping. And I'm probably gonna go to church, go cook something for my dad, and sleep again.
All right.
Y'all talking about being old. This barbecue business, it'll kill you it won't kill you, but it takes a lot out of you. So, and this was a pretty big week, but I am being summoned. So,
all right,
Father's Day, man, enjoy.
Before you go,
yes, sir.
And before you go, tell us where we can find your little operation.
Okay, wait, because you went out. So the last thing I heard was before you go.
Oh yeah, before you go, you can let us know about your little operation.
this colored person over here, right? Which little operation would you be referring to, sir?
Oh, all of them though. Seriously though, tell us everything about what you do as a recap so people know. And love you to death, man. And we'll talk to you the next time we see you. All over.
Absolutely, y'all. Just the best thing to follow me is on IG at Carter's BBQ 216. It is the summertime. We're gearing up. Do some great things. You may see us on the boob tube a little bit. Got a little series for Cleveland Barbecue that hopefully will start to show pretty soon on the YouTubes. Follow the Unknowns, Black Pitmasters on IG. There you get the chance to see a lot of Black pitmasters and enthusiasts, whether they've been on TV, nationally known, or backyard. And I try to do my best Art Eddie, impersonation of interviewing.
Good luck.
And other than that, I had to say, Greg, she didn't want to continue with the his and hers, with our podcast just yet. She wanted to put it on pause. So I was like, okay, we'll put it on pause and we'll go. So that's unfortunately hasn't kept its steam, but we hope to get that back. But other than that, y'all, oh my God, I love y'all. This has been the best part of my day, to see y'all faces, to hear your voices. And Zach, no, I don't have internet from the Dagobah system. Thank you very much. Just want to let you know, friend. But this is it is something that I'm glad we have stuff that we can miss, and I'm glad that we have memories that we can come back and share, and I'm glad that our friendships have continued, over all these years. So I'm always here. Reach out. I love y'all guys, and I am about to go cuddle. So I'll talk to y'all later.
Love you, man. Happy Father's Day.
Cheers.
It's worth it.
Father's Day.
Father's Day.
Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, man.
Happy Father's Day. So really quick for those who aren't in the know, Darren started this TikTok thing with his wife about, I think, a year and a half ago or something. And right before that, Darren had sent me a message saying, yo, man, Darren's that one of those type of people, y'all, that he'll just send you random text saying, yo, we haven't talked in a while, we should talk. So he had sent me one of them, and I hadn't either seen it or responded. You know my history with responding to Darren sometimes. It's kind of yeah, sorry.
Don't know at all.
Anyway, so I saw this. So Eddie, this pops up on my TikTok, and it's his wife talking about how she was done with him, and like she wanted a divorce, and she was just like tired of his shit, basically. And it was his thing. So I was like, wait, what the hell's going on? Is Darren getting a divorce? Like, is this him talking about a divorce? So then I like quickly like called them, and I felt like a fucking rash of like guilt and like shame because I'm going, you know what I mean? I didn't call, he called me and said, yo, let's talk. And it was like a couple weeks that I didn't get back to him. I didn't even respond. So then I'm like, oh fuck. So now this is the time that the dude actually needs me, and he's getting a divorce, and your fucking jackassery is doing this again. So like it was in that context I called Darren, and he's like, no, dude, this is the thing that me and my wife are doing. We're just like recapping some of our old relationship times. And like, it's cool. We're good. And I'm like, everything's cool. And thanks for calling me back and all that. But like, the internet gave me a scare. All right, fucking TikTok, man. I was all like worried the dude was like going through all this shit, and he's calling me, and I wasn't responding. And then it wasn't that, but I was like, Greg, you got to clean up your shit. But anyway, we're going to try to clean up this mess with Zach. I don't know how that's going to work, but
it's not going to work.
Okay. Do we just give that up? But Zach said some profound things here. That was actually when Zach talks about race, he pretty much knows what he's talking about, y'all. Zach spits a lot of truth in the comments, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all just might miss that sometimes, and I understand. So or actually, Victor, what are you doing on Father's Day? And is it something that you want to do respectfully to your family that's probably not watching this little show? So no one watches this little show, so you can.
Your little show. Yeah, no one reads my little
show.
No one watches my little interviews.
Oh, that shit's gonna go far now. If y'all don't already know,
it should be on a shirt.
Anyway.
No, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna have a regular day. I mean, I think we're just gonna probably eat breakfast somewhere, or just do something around the house or out with the family.
So you're that guy that wants to eat out on Father's Day?
Yeah. I mean, I kind of don't really want to. Mm-hmm. I treat it like my birthday. I don't really want to do much, but whatever's whatever. But we'll see. We'll probably end up going out somewhere. I would like to go to the movies, which is funny because feel like I'm in the theater like 4 times a week. But.
Yeah, it's like your fucking job.
I mean, there's like some stuff that I still haven't seen that I want to see. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
That's like me and breweries, Victor. Like I actually want to go to a brewery, not be compelled to go. If that makes sense. And your movie theater is the same thing. JHG, what are you doing Father's Day, and is it something that you want to do?
It is something.
Weird ass question. I don't know where I came up with this. It's weird, but y'all got.
It is something I want to do.
Okay, good.
We're sort of coming off the heels of the movies conversation. We're going to the movies. We're going to go see Disclosure Day, and then we're going to go to dinner afterward.
Did you pick the dinner?
I did not pick the dinner, and
Oh.
I was asked for suggestions on movie. It was between Masters of the Universe and Disclosure Day.
Oh, either way,
So
you're good.
Let me know
You
what
should
you
be
think about
entertained either
Disclosure
way.
Day.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, I'm curious to see what this is all about.
So I just heard dinner and a movie for Father's Day. That's okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I know you like what you're gonna do because you're the dad czar. What's going on, dad czar? You
Hold on,
like,
before we
I
get to
already
me,
know
man,
you like this shit.
before we get to me, Greg, what are you doing?
Sunday?
Yeah.
Sunday I'm recovering from a long beer day, which will happen tomorrow. So keeping it clean, and they don't watch, so who cares? My boys 2 weeks ago asked me, do I want to? It was a weird conversation. They're like, wait, Father's Day is coming up. Do you want a gift or do you want to go out to eat? And I was like, first of all, I don't want anything. I literally don't want a thing. But if you're going to do it, I prefer to, let's go out and have an experience. We all sit together and just talk and all that, right? Then some gift, which is cool. Gifts, listen, it's all cool, but whatever. You're asking me, I told you. So then later, earlier this week, I was like, yo, I'm doing something on Saturday. And I knew I was going to be at home on Sunday, but I was fishing and I was like to see what they had in mind. So I was like, and it might be an overnight trip, or it might be an overnight beer trip, so I may not be here Sunday. So are y'all planning anything? And they're like, no, we're chilling. Yeah, my kids are at the point that we're chilling could literally mean 1,000 things. Yeah, it's literally, in my opinion, again, whatever, they can watch it. They're adults, young adults, so y'all watch it, whatever. In my opinion, it's just like, yeah, Dad, just go. Like, something's gonna happen. So I don't know what's gonna happen. All right. But I'm gonna be tired as hell running around the state doing beer things tomorrow. And then I'm gonna get home and I'm gonna be like, boom. And the oldest works all day. So I'm suspicious that it's just gonna be nothing going on. And that's actually getting to the whole thing. What I want.
See, so yeah, if you get what you want, that's what it should be, right?
Right. It's definitely a process though here, apparently. Is it a process where you're at? All right.
I mean, it's gonna be like a typical Sunday where I get up, I work out, we go to church, then my family goes to the gym. Like I work ever since COVID, I have all the stuff at home, so I just do that stuff. They go to the gym, and then my oldest is gonna make me, it's kind of been a tradition where she makes me s'mores lasagna, and then for dessert, and then we're probably gonna go see a movie and go out to get some food as well. So I'm cool with whatever we're doing. I'm very low key. Like I said, don't need anything. As you can tell, I have pretty much everything I collected anyway, so I'm good.
Okay. Right. Like, yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I think most dads are simple in this day.
Yep.
And I think we're very easy, generally speaking. And I think that's good.
It was funny though. Like I got an email. I don't know if any of you guys got this. As being in the dad blogger game, I got an email from a certain gym, like a national gym company. It says like, "Hey, why don't you work on that dad bod this Father's Day? Like, do you want like a membership?" I'm like, what are you saying, man?
Wow.
Could you imagine if the roles were reversed and like moms got that?
And on that note, we're gonna move to get out of here.
Good night.
I love how the most polished podcaster almost ever is so messy on the way out of mine, y'all. It's kind of weird. He's all reformed and all that on his platform, and on mine, he's just messy sassy here. I don't know what's going on, but all right, it's all love, buddy.
I know.
Yeah, man. And so let's move to wrap. I hope that y'all stick around and we can have some more interesting conversation later if y'all are possibly doing that. But if not, Zach, if you're still here, you're invited too, buddy. Put the robe on and some slippers, and you'll be ready to have this conversation. But Doug and I want to thank y'all for doing this every year. This is our replacement for seeing each other, right? This is literally it. That's what it is. Yeah. It's always fun. We will see y'all. I just want y'all to have the best weekend ever.
You too.
And yeah.
Yeah, you too, man.
Oh man, it's all man.
Same.
I miss y'all. One of these years, or Art and I are going to get together and do what Art and I keep talking about, which is inviting a group together and meeting. We usually talk Indianapolis because we can just crash in Creed's area and just like have him run us around Indiana. It'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
Go see a Bears game now.
Yeah, Bears versus Browns.
Yeah. Y'all want to go to Indiana?
Yes.
Oh, let's go. All right, y'all. We're getting out of here.
See you.
Bye, everyone.